Got it? Okay. So good morning, Malik. Hopefully everybody is doing good. And आशा करता हूँ कि आप तोड़ कर रहे होंगे. Means I'm expecting that you are doing तोड़. Okay. So nevertheless, we have started with your chapter 2, which was with respect to ERP. Anyway, what is the name of chapter 2 doesn't matter for me, because at the end of the day, examination will not be asking a question. Explain the name of chapter 2. So our main concept of chapter 2 is linked with integrated and non-integrated. So what is the integrated and what is the automation? I made you clear yesterday. Well, automation is something where manual systems will be converted into computerized. It is something like what we are doing in manual way. We are converting itself into a computerized way. But when I discuss about something else, and something else means what? The exactly concept goes with integration, where one of the department is doing something and automatically other department come to know without doing any additional effort. That is what a concept of integration. If you remember, we have discussed like this, three departments were there. One was production, one was inventory, and one was supplier, vendor management. And I was a purchase department. If you remember, okay, the production department has raised the purchase requisition. Now, if it is an automation, it will raise an purchase requisition in a email way or a software way. But I will evaluate manually. Then I will ask the inventory, "Arey bhai, what happened? Okay, Punter Log, what happened? Okay, do you have an inventory of such kind and other thing?" And if they say yes, no, and accordingly I can go ahead. This was exactly what we had discussed. But in integration, what happens? In integration, any department, production departments, once raise the purchase requisition, inventory department, I will not be communicating. Automatically, the things will be communicated to which department? Inventory. And inventory automatically will update the things. And it will take hardly some time, because all data where inventory is there, how much inventory is there, which quality inventory is there, which type of inventory is there, will be updated by them in a system. Whom? Inventory. And they will update everything in a system, and automatically system, when I say system, means computer means like software. Okay, once they update the things, automatically they will evaluate the inventory, and they will tell to me that inventory is not there. And once that is done, I will raise a purchase order to purchase ordering. I will raise a concept for quotation to vendors. And vendors, okay, please do understand this thing also. If I'm having an integration like this, I will ensure my supplier should also have integration. Reason simple hai. Okay, only I am doing the things will not give a good quality concept to the customer. For delivering the things on a time and quality, I require the same thing happening with vendor. This is exactly what a concept is. What is a concept all about? So please make it understand. Integration is what? Integration is what? And today and tomorrow more. Once again, I'll explain this thing again for 2 days, not more than that. But reason simple है, logically आपको दिमाग में बैठ जाना चाहिए ना. But integration आप दिमाग में रखिए. Integration is much higher concept than integration automation. Automation is very small concept. Integration is much higher concept. Are you getting the concept? Integration. Okay. In integration, we started with chapter 2. When we started with 4 things. Okay, chapter 2 will have 4 things. What are the 4 things we have? Concept of accounting. Second point was integration and non-integration. Third is ERP modules and see, understand. Second क्या नाम है? Second नाम क्या है? Integration and non-integration. When I say integration means what? ERP. The second is about ERP basics. What are the benefits of ERP? What are the features of ERP? What are the risk and control of ERP? How will audit ERP? Basic question. But ERP ke modules we'll discuss in a third part. So third part is more of modules and their integration. When I say modules, what is there? We'll discuss in the second half. But last concept will be reporting system. Okay, these are 4 things we have discussed. In concept of accounting, on first 2 page, I told you to ignore the things. Okay, that is very clear to you. Okay, first 2 page, I told only खाली MCQ के लिए मैंने highlight करवाया. I made you highlight that one. Okay, system will have subsystems. It will have a boundary. That what you need to understanding. Okay, within a day or two, you will adapt to my scenario and you'll come to know that situation. So a boundary and other things will take place. Okay, after that we start concept of accounting, which is our main part. Concept of accounting will be having total how many things? 5. First is types of data. Second, voucher. Third, ledger. Fourth, and last concept will be front end back end के बाद application software. Everybody clear? In this, we have completed the first question, that is called types of data. Had you read it? Read किया? Okay, I do think everybody comfortable. Okay, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. मतलब the things are very easy, but understanding is required. Everybody clear? So how many types of data are there? 2. One is master and one is non-master. What is the other name for non-master? Transaction. How many types of master data are there? 4. accounting master, inventory master, payroll statutory master. Again, I'm making it clear. If you're confused with inventory, so make it clear how you are understanding inventory. Don't mix inventory with accounts. Inventory department, you imagine. You imagine you are head of inventory department and stock is coming in. Now tell me, one stock is coming in for TV. Will you create TV again and again? No. TV is created once. Okay, what you will do again and again? Only inventory units. Okay, example, मेरे को बताओ अगर कुछ loss हुआ. Suppose TV was kept and कुछ दीवार गिर गया. TV is lost. What you will update? You will update TV or you will update numbers? Only numbers. So these numbers are which data? Non-master. But TV is master. In TV also, if you create Sony, Panasonic or something like that, this is also master. This is called stock group, stock item. These are called which data? Master. After that, we also discussed some concept which was basic requirement. Why we require this? Why we require a separate concept on master and non-master? I told you 101% this question is not a theory question. Example, if you have studied on this page, basically 2.4 ka this part, C wala part. Okay, why master and non-master? This is 101% theory question nahi hai. Then what is it is? MCQ. But you should be aware about it because this can come in any context. Okay, 2-3 things we can close it out very easily. First, okay, do you think it is saving our efforts? Yes, because again retyping of which data is reduced? Retyping of which data is reduced? Master. First thing, everybody clear? Second concept is basically why we require master and transaction. If you remember, pratik, point, okay, that point, okay, there will be no consistency. That is called standardization. So to make the things standardized, we require which data? Master and transaction. Is that point clear? And along with this, you need to understand one more thing which we have discussed yesterday. Master data will always be selected from which list? Drop down. But make it clear, huh? Okay, I'm just making it clear. Probably I missed out this point yesterday. Okay, but whenever you need to select from a drop down list, you need to first enter that data. One time it will be entered. Okay, it is not automatically created. Somebody somewhere is updating that data. Okay, so you once you need to have a drop down list, it should be entered somewhere. Okay, so याद रखना ऐसा नहीं है कि automatically master data बन जाता है. There is some person who is entering that master data, and once it is entered, it will always selected from drop down list. Is that point clear? Okay, and my question is, non-master data is selected from drop down list? No. Answer will be no. Answer will be no. Okay, if I say you non-master data is selected from drop down list, answer is no. But sometime, I told you sometime. It's only some cases, not every time. It's not every time. It is only in some cases where non-master data can also be selected from drop-down list. And I give you that example and only for understanding. If you remember, purchase order is going on goods receipt note number. Hey, it means okay, one department is creating a transaction and other department using that transaction to create one more transaction. If you remember, purchase order is a transaction for which department? Purchase. Okay, now for goods receipt note, okay, good for warehouse or inventory department, GRN is again a transaction data. To create one more transaction, they are using this transaction. Is that point clear? This is exactly what you need to understand. So, these points are what we have discussed about master and transaction. But theoretically, when we revise and when we will be repeating the content again and again, I will be discussing only one question: how many types of data are there and how many types of master data are there. So, while revising, I will not be revising this content because this again I told you this content is only from MCQ point of view. But just do remember this content as such conceptually, and I don't think so is a problem hai. Okay. Again, I am telling you like last time. Okay, how many types of data are there? Master and non-master. Okay, just I am giving you a now. Just please understand. What are the types of data? Types of data in financial and accounting system. Okay, this question aa sakta hai. The answer remains in chapter 2 add. What is the name of chapter 2? Financial and accounting system. So they may add this question along with it. How many types of data in financial and accounting system? Please understand, they are not asking the question how many types of data in their accounts department. I am asking a question system, and I told you system is not only that department. System is complete set. So make it sure it is a very super set concept. So आपके दिमाग में whatever you put into your system, make it clear system is an superset. Okay, so how many types of data are there in financial and accounting system? How many types of data are there in financial and accounting system? 2. What are the 2 types of data? Master and non-master. How many types of master data is there in financial and accounting system? 4. Okay, so accounting, inventory, payroll, status. I do think we can do the freeze. Okay, the next concept, now we are going chart में क्या क्या concept है अभी अगला 4 points. One is voucher, one is ledger, one is front end, and one is last point apply. Front end बोला तो back end आता, and last point is application software. So probably before the first half will be first voucher, ledger, and front end, back end हो जाता. After that application software I can give just, and probably in second half for EIS we can complete in probably next half an hour. So nevertheless, next 2.5 hours probably we'll be doing this concept and we'll be completing your first set. Okay, first of all let's discuss a voucher. आराम से मालिक, आराम से. Okay, tell me what exactly a voucher. Had you heard the voucher word? What is a voucher? What is meaning of voucher? Document supporting transaction. Perfect, Malik. Perfect. Document supporting transaction. Any transaction has been initiated. Okay, how you will prove that there was a transaction? Example, you paid the money to organization. You paid the money to AT Academy. How you will prove that money was paid to AT Academy? Based on invoice. Okay, that will be a sales invoice. That is nothing but voucher. Okay, how will I say that? How will I say by मैंने ये transaction किया है? Okay, it will be based on voucher. Okay, so example, if I example Huli is there or Sai is there, he did some expenditure on a hotel or something like that. Okay, he will tell me, okay sir, okay I expend this on hotel. So मैं बोलूँगा please मेरे को बता what is an expenditure? It is 5,000. How 5,000? Okay, then he will be giving me a voucher. Anything, any transaction occurred will be evidenced by voucher. Any transaction occurred will be evidenced by voucher. So what is a voucher? Voucher is documentary evidence of a transaction. Voucher is a documentary evidence of a. Okay, so how you will tell me that a transaction is initiated? Based on voucher. Everybody clear? मेरे को बताओ how I deposit some money in bank. What is a voucher then? I deposited some money in bank. What is a voucher for me? Bank slip. Okay, can bank passbook is also a voucher? Okay, I did some expenditure in cash. What is a voucher? Cash book can be there, but cash book mein to we will be making a note. But what is a voucher? Voucher. Bill. That is a bill. Okay, is the point clear? Okay, you did you ate some food in hotel, restaurant. Okay, what is a voucher? Bill. Okay, but you go on mandi बोलते ना इधर. Bandi. Okay, lari. We in Mumbai say lari. हाथ गाड़ी. इधर क्या बोलते हैं? हाथ गाड़ी. I don't know. You are aware हाथ गाड़ी? Okay, in हाथ गाड़ी you ate idli. You will say bill de. So then in that case voucher. If suppose Sai has purchased some idli and he is selling me sir 25 rupees. मैं बोला 25 किधर गया? मैं बोला bill दिखा. वो बोला sir वो बंडी वाला sir. मैं बोला how you will prove बंडी वाला? Then what is exactly voucher in that case? Voucher के बिना काम ही नहीं होगा ना. What is the documentary evidence that transaction has occurred? There should be some voucher, na? No transaction. No, we need to create voucher, na? In accounting system, without voucher, nothing can be entered. Without documentary evidence, how you will enter something? Then I can say anything there. मैं बोलेगा भाई मेरा I spent like this, my soul spent like this. ऐसा थोड़ा ना होगा. Voucher, I require something. So what we do usually in this case? Sign, signature. Okay, that is something which we do, and that is nothing. I don't know how many are aware. Okay, these are always called a memoranda. Memorandum means like a document comes into picture. Okay, what Huli does in Mumbai, what Huli does, a document is there. Okay, suppose a document is there which is called memorandum. Memorandum is like a slip book. Okay, he will expense on Italy, he will expense on tea, 5 rupees, 10 rupees, tea pe expense kiya, some petty cash expense, and he will sign from his supervisor. And once supervisor signature is done and Huli's signature is done, okay, I will use that as a voucher. So where voucher is not available, we always use memorandum. Are you getting the concept? There should be a voucher. In accounting system, without voucher, things cannot work. In accounting system, we require a voucher. Bharat Mata ki jai. Everybody clear, Malik? Okay. Sir, please do understand this example. Inventory. Okay, suppose let's understand. This is something which is a factory of cement. Cement factory is this. Okay, because of the leakage, rainy season is going on. The leakage is there, and because of that leakage, the cement becomes or converted into stone. It happens. Now, is that inventory with us or inventory is lost? Inventory is lost. Suppose there are 1,000 carry bags. Carry bag means 1,000 goni bag, cement bag. Okay, so 1,000 cement bag. Out of 1,000 cement bag, 50 cement bag lost. Now, what will do? Will that be counted in inventory or inventory is discarded? Discarded, yaar. You need to discard. So what is the voucher here then? Okay, let go like this. Let me start like this. Okay, when inventory comes in, what is the voucher? Purchase कैसे होएगा? Purchase voucher is for something. Okay, inventory आया, warehouse manager, security guard, good receipt number, inventory goes out. Okay, material क्या? MRN हो सकता है, material return note. Okay, that can be there. Okay, one is good receipt and one is delivery. Receipt and delivery. Okay, same way purchase order and sales order. GRN should be tag against purchase order. Okay, and delivery should be tag against sales. Okay, now I'm telling you 1000 inventory comes in. Okay, so GRN will be there, but along with GRN there will be PO. There will be PO now because GRN PO. But once it is in, 1000 inventory is there. 10 inventory we lost. Now tell me what about 10 inventory? How you will tell in books? How you will write discarded? There should be some document, na? Are you getting the concept? There should be some document. What kind of document it will be then? Like memorandum. In memorandum you don't have anything, na? When you don't have anything, you use memorandum. So same way in inventory, if you don't have anything, then you do the physical stock update. Physical stock. It's like a memorandum only. Some documents where the inventory counting person will be counting it out and he will be telling this is a normal loss, this is a loss, abnormal loss, whatever it may be, and supervisor will sign. This is called physical stock. This is called physical naming convention. That's it. Baki other than that, concept is sim. Where you don't have a voucher, it will be an etc. You don't have a voucher. Example, tell me for purchase, do we have a voucher? Yes. For sales, do we have a voucher? For receipt, do we have a voucher? Yes. Okay, for payment, do we have a voucher? Yes. Sir, cash deposited in bank. What voucher we have? Contra. Manu na contra. Okay, cash in bank from cash. It is a contra. Okay, or some other things. Okay, for voucher then what? Suppose I am passing an entry for depreciation. What is the voucher then? Memorandum for journal entries, it is not memorandum. Journal entries, it will be always a for such an JV bolte hai. Journal voucher. Which voucher? Journal. For passing a journal. But for above all, if the voucher is not available, then we will be using memoranda. This is how the things happen. Okay, just make it sure you understand very clearly. Okay, here the three departments will be divided. Once again, come back to the question. What is the definition of voucher? Documentary evidence of a transaction. If transaction has occurred, okay, for financial and accounting system, there should be some document by which we can measure there was a transaction. Only telling that there was a transaction will not be suffice for accounting system. For which system, beta? Accounting system. There should be a documentary evidence. Atma clear hai? Okay, now how documentary evidence is logically applied? Documentary evidence kaise applied hota hai? Samajh mein aaya? Okay, documentary evidence. Now we will be dividing this voucher types. There are two questions in voucher. How many questions are there for voucher? Types and numbers. First, let's complete the types and then we'll complete numbers. Pehla type ko khatam karte hai. Type is very easy answer. Type, before going on type, we'll discuss that there were types divided into three departments. How many departments these types are divided? Three. What are the three departments where types are divided? First three department is basically accounts. The second department will be inventory and third department is payroll. Everybody clear? Okay, once again, how many departments we have divided this voucher? Three. What are the three departments? Accounts, inventory, payroll. Once again. Everybody clear? Pakka clear? Okay, aram se. Okay, when I'm saying department, in technical concept, we use the word module. Sir, what is the meaning of module? Module means a department for a software. Example, if one software is there, every software will have a different modules. So one module of software will be accounts module. One software of module will be production module. I'm just giving an example. One module will be inventory module. One module will be sales module. One module will be, okay, payroll module. Are you getting the concept? When I say module means what? Departments. What is the meaning of module? Departments. Okay, when I say module, your answer should be departments. Department. So in technical world, for department we use the word module. In department we use the word module. Everybody clear? For technical concept, in department we use the word module. Be clear, huh? Be clear. Okay, we use the word मॉड्यूल। तो कभी भी EIS में मॉड्यूल वर्ड आया, EIS में if मॉड्यूल वर्ड comes, what is exactly meaning of that module? Departments. Make it clear. It's a department. Whenever I say this module is there, so you should understand, your interpretation should be there. Department is there. Example, okay. So did you got the concept? So whenever I say modules, yani example, can anybody help me out? 4 parts of chapter 2. These are the 4 parts. Screen में दिख रहा है 4 parts. Okay, in that screen, okay, what is the third part? ERP and integration of module. What exactly this means? Integration of module मतलब integration of department. Which department can integrate with what? Example I've discussed yesterday. If you remember, can accounts merge with HR? How? Calculation of salary will be done by HR. Payment, accounts, integration. That is exactly. But here only integration is not the syllabus. Other than integration, we have the syllabus of. Other than integration, we have the syllabus of. How many modules are there? How many modules are? So what is meaning of how many modules are there? How many departments are there? And basically you can conclude it some department as such. Purchase, sales, production, accounts, HR, inventory. At least 5-6 departments you can conclude it easily. Atma clear? So whenever I use the word module, matlab departments. Okay, so help me out. Okay, in voucher type. Voucher type, how many modules we are covering? 3 modules. What are the 3 modules? Accounts, inventory, and payroll. Is that point clear? Okay, it means, does it mean, sir, there only 3 departments are having voucher, other department does not have voucher? Kaise bhai? How it is happening? Without voucher, no transaction can occur place. So all department will have? No, all department will have voucher. But in our syllabus, they are covering only 3 departments. So we are concerned with only 3 departments. What are the 3 departments? Accounting. And these answers are very easy. First, complete the accounting portion. आ जाओ accounting पे आ जाओ. Okay, but before that, read the voucher का definition. Voucher का definition पे आते हैं. In accounting language, voucher is a documentary evidence of a transaction. पहला point highlighting का. Voucher is a documentary evidence for transaction. Make it clear ये point. Okay. There may be different documentary evidence for different types of transaction. Example, receipt given to customer after making a payment by him is a documentary evidence of amount received. ठीक है, example दिया है. A sales invoice, a purchase invoice is also a documentary evidence of transaction. And again, they have given an example in definition. So how much is the definition? Only one line. Only one line. Documentary evidence of a transaction. And now they have given a, okay, if your concept is there, this 1.1 line can be focused on. Okay, in some financial system, instead of word voucher, what is used? Document. So can we replace the word document and voucher interchangeably? Yes. In some financial system, this is used. So this is only to whatever I highlighted, you need to take care of, Malik. Again, I'm telling you, see, what is the, why I'm ensuring or emphasizing on highlighting point. What is the reasons are behind it? The reason is very simple. Okay, the reason is simple. See, understand. Theory question now you will be concluding. Next 10 minutes, okay, voucher ka theory will be done. Voucher ka theory will be done. Okay, what about MCQ? I told you, all theory will have MCQ. Only MCQ will may not have theory, which I made you yesterday clear. मैंने कल बताया था कि how it will happen. So whenever I tell you this is MCQ, it means. But when I am not telling anything, it means it can be a theory. MCQ can be anything, bhai. So these highlighting points will tell you when you are revising the content again, what are the points you can focus again. It may happen, okay, it may happen that some things may be important from MCQ point of view and something may be important from theory point of view. But you need to highlight it out, whatever we are focusing on, so that your revision becomes easy. Again, otherwise you will be revising the same content again and again, or reading a complete content. There are 2 works, one is hard work and one is smart work. So just make sure hard work you are doing in class. After class, then you should do smart work. That for smart work, you just make sure you are highlighting the content. Okay, this can be an MCQ. What word is used against? Okay, what word is used against voucher? Dash. Then they can ask you document, B report, C system, D okay some XYZ. Then you need to understand voucher के लिए और एक word क्या होगा? Document. भारत माता की जय. Everybody clear? Okay. Now if you focus on the tabular format is given, but you focus on इसको divide करेंगे 8, 6 and 2. What we will be dividing? 8, 6, 2. What is 8, 6, 2? 8 is for accounting, 6 is for inventory, and 2 is for payroll. See, understand. Okay, for accounting there are 9, but one point I've kept it last. Why? The reason is simple. Okay, whenever any question comes, any question, your examination marking scheme can be for 8 marks also. I'll discuss the paper pattern at later stage. Right now, I'm not interested in paper pattern. Let's complete some syllabus first. Okay, so max to max कोई भी question आया, तो how much marks will be there? 8 marks. नहीं, 4 नहीं, 4 नहीं. In it can be only for audit. Here, okay, the EIS can be any blunder. Okay, blunder. I'm telling you, just मैं brief बता देता हूँ. Okay, question 1, first part is MCQ. How much marks? 15. So balance marks is 35. 35 में question 1 is compulsory. 5 marks. Okay, 5 marks is not one question. It is 2 questions. 3 marks and 2 marks. So small question भी आता है, and that is compulsory. So whenever any small question comes, you are directly you are not required to delete. समझ रहे हो? मतलब अरे यार छोटा क्वेश्चन है कभी नहीं आएगा. अरे वो 2 and 3 mark के लिए आ सकता. Okay, but after that, okay, you need to attempt 3 questions out of 4. Okay, so how much marks will be for each question? 10. Okay, usually the probability is if you go with the experience, the probability is 6-4, 6-4 like this, or 4-6 or 5-5. But worst probability can be 8 and 2. Worst probability. This is not in current scenario, but please be prepared, na. So if the question comes for 8 marks, how many points we need to write? 8 only. Maximum. Even if question comes for 6 marks, maximum point if you need to write is 8. Okay, some answer may have 12 points. You understand all points. Again, I'm telling you not to delete all 12 points. मतलब ऐसा मत करना 8 पढ़ लिए 4 नहीं पढ़ने हैं. मैं ऐसा कर ही नहीं रहा हूं. मैं बोल रहा हूं क्लास में 12 के 12 पढ़ने हैं. In class you need to study all 12. But while recalling the answer, you focus only on 8. So why we studied in class all 12 MCQ. MCQ is a blunder. बाकी other than that क्या problem है यार? तो MCQ की वजह से हमने क्या किया? For MCQ what we did? Okay, so we are focusing on all points. But from theory point of view, we will focus on 8 points. So in accounting, there were total 9 points. But after 9 points, I am making you clear only how many you need to revise 8. But we will be understanding all 9 points. We have understood also. We have completed this point also. तो एक बार देख लीजिए फटाफट वाउचर पे आते हैं 862. Whenever I revise, I will be discussing like this. 862. 8 for accounting, 6 for inventory, 2 for payroll. Accounting, inventory, payroll. Accounting. Okay, perfect. Go with accounting. First is purchase. Purchase, I do think everybody clear. Okay, if you go at first column is voucher type, second column is module, and third point is description. Description मतलब आपको उसको वही लिखना है यार. Okay, so purchase. If you do for recording all types of trading purchase by any mode, cash, sales, doesn't matter. Second point will be sales. Again, I'm making it clear. This voucher का नाम is नहीं accounting में कौन सा वाउचर का नाम वाउचर नेम परचेज एंड सेल्स इट इज नॉट परचेज ऑर्डर एंड सेल्स ऑर्डर परचेज ऑर्डर एंड सेल्स ऑर्डर इज इन्वेंटरी डिपार्टमेंट वाउचर ओके परचेज ऑर्डर एंड सेल्स ऑर्डर इज विच डिपार्टमेंट वाउचर इन्वेंटरी परचेज डिपार्टमेंट ना विच इज लिंक्ड विद इन्वेंटरी ओके फॉर अकाउंटिंग देयर इज नो कांसेप्ट ऑफ परचेज ऑर्डर एंड so what word we are using purchase and sales is that point clear. So purchase and sales. After that 2 points receipts and what is the meaning of receipts and payments Malik? Okay, payment कुछ पैसा मिला receipt कुछ पैसा दिया payment everything clear. So receipt voucher and payment voucher. If you go on description it is damn easy description में कोई problem नहीं आना चाहिए. Next 2 point is again very easy journal and contra. Journal means I told you journal non-back transaction non-back depreciation provision for doubtful debts. Okay, now tell me provision for doubtful debts आप क्या करते हो JV पास करते हो you pass only JV journal entry होता है ना तो journal and contra is for bank and cash deposit in bank or withdrawn from bank. Everybody clear? Sir मैंने I given a check to Pratik कौन सा वाउचर contra नहीं होता है I given a check to Pratik. Payment हुआ ना मालिक. What is which voucher? Payment voucher. I deposited cash in bank. Contra. I withdrawn by giving a self check. Okay, from bank. Contra. Contra means what? Okay, my and bank. Okay, but मैंने किसी को पैसा दिया. payment. He give me a check, receipts. Is that point clear? And last 2 point is I do think, okay, there are purchase, so there will be a purchase return also. If there is a sale, there will be a sales return also. That is nothing but 2 point. Debit note and I do think you are already aware. जब आप कुछ purchase करने जाते हो, shopping करने जाते हो, okay, you return that goods to the shopkeeper. He says, I will not give you cash money back. I will give you a debit note. Okay, whenever you want, you can use that one. Debit note or credit note. This is something you need to understand. So, how many voucher are there for accounting? 8 voucher. What are the 8 voucher? Purchase, sales, receipts, payment, journal, contra, and last point debit note and credit note. Everybody clear? याद रखना आसान है, not a big deal. Okay, 17th वाला point पढ़ो, 17th वाला. Read that memorandum का मसाला, description read करो. Is that point clear? जिसके लिए any voucher is not there, then you will be using memorandum. Why I kept memorandum etc. Because theory wise you don't remember. Okay, I will remember only how many points? 8. So when I am revising, okay, memorandum 1-2 days I will telling you, but in revision lecture I will not be telling anything about memorandum. Is that point clear, Malik? Pakka? So we have closed the, okay, which module? Accounting module. Okay, now we are coming on the next module, inventory module. Inventory module is basically which module? Okay, inventory department. When I say module, matlab inventory department. First 2 point very clearly: purchase order, sales order. Next 2 point: receipt note and delivery note. Purchase order, sales order, receipt note. What is the difference between purchase order, sales order? Purchase order, I am telling vendor to give me a goods, and sales order, customer telling me to give the goods. Just please understand this point. Why I am using this word technically? May probably I may not use this thing today. I will use tomorrow, but make it clear. If I am saying, okay, you are my customer. For you, I am supplier. Vendor, na? If you are my customer, then I am your vendor. If I am doing sale, you are doing. So if I am issuing a sales invoice, you are issuing me a. समझ में आ रहा है? If I am issuing, you are issuing me a sales order. I am issuing a. Only one document can be a both, but depends on the person to person. If I gave you a purchase order for vendor, मालूम है ना vendor? I gave them a purchase order. For them it is a sales order. Or other way around, they give me a sales order. For me it is a. No organization work in silence, man. No organization can work in isolation. You, me, anyone cannot work in isolation. So therefore, if anything is there, any voucher is there for you, for other, the same voucher will be for other meaning. Is the point clear? If you are giving me a payment, for me it is a receipt, but for you it is a payment. The same voucher can be here. Same voucher can be used. It may happen like this. Atma clear? My sounds everybody clear? That's it. Okay, this is your 8 points to be focused on. So 8 point close करें. एक बार revise update कर लीजिए. एक बार update कर लीजिए. Then I go in inventory once again. Purchase, sales, receipts, payment, journal, contra, and debit note and purchase order, sales order are of which department? Inventory. They are not of accounting. Okay, is everybody clear? So in inventory, how many departments are there? How many how many vouchers are there? 6. First 2 voucher, purchase order, sales order. Did you understood the logic now? For you it can be a purchase order, for me it can be sales order. Purchase order, sales order. Second point, same logic. For me it is a delivery note. For you it is a receipt note. Okay, I can give you a delivery note that you took the inventory from my warehouse. At the same time, for you it is a receipt note. Everybody clear? And 2 things will be there. One is stock journal. Where I'll be updating everything about stock. It is like a record of stock. Okay, purchase order आया, GRN आया, I will enter 10. Okay, delivery गया 5 minus, 20 in, 7 minus. Okay, this is something which is called stock, recording all inventory coming, going. But I told you 50 cement bags. Okay, lost. Okay, so I will adjust that. I will adjust that in stock journal. I will adjust that in. See, if I need to adjust something in stock journal, example, I need to tell 10 inventory आया, 10 inventory. What is the evidence to me? Stock journal में update करने के लिए receipt, GRN. 5 गया. What is the delivery note? Everybody clear? Now he is selling 50 cement bags lost. What is evidence to me? That is called physical stock. That is called physical. Did you understood? Physical stock is an evidence by which, see, there should be some example. Okay, from my team, she will be one manager who will ensure that on monthly basis she will count inventory and any updates with normal loss or abnormal loss, she will jot down something and she will sign it. This is something which need to be done. Now she will, on a document, she will write 5 were normal loss, 5 was this, 6 was this, and so on, and she will sign. This document will be called as physical stock. And on that basis of this documents, I will update in which stock journal. Stock journal is compilation. Stock journal is a compilation. I do think everybody clear? अरे भारत माता की जय नहीं, जय बरा के नहीं? और हाँ, everybody. तो 6 पॉइंट क्या क्या है? Purchase order, sales order, stock journal, physical stock, GRN, delivery note, receipt note and delivery note. पक्का clear? 6 points update कर दीजिए. 6 points update कर दीजिए. Purchase note, purchase order, sales order. Okay. Stock journal, physical stock. Stock journal is, stock journal मतलब क्या? गया compilation पर physical movement of stock. Physical movement of stock. गया, आया, loss हुआ. That is done in which journal? Stock journal. But loss हुआ, it will be recorded in physical stock. Okay, यानी मेरे को बताओ count करना, correction करना. Stock journal or physical stock? Physical stock, and that will be updated in stock journal. पक्का clear? And last 2 point is delivery note and receipt note. I don't think so any problem with this point. Okay, in May 22, the question was there to write the voucher type. The question was define voucher and explain the different types of voucher for accounting system. Okay, what is the question? Define voucher. Explain the type of any 4 types of voucher. Any 4 types of voucher in accounting system. Okay, so how many, which we can write? Out of all or only out of 8? Out of 8, because next 6 are from inventory. Okay, so which 4 you can write? Purchase, sales, receipts and payments. That's it. 4 mark plus 1 mark. 5 mark question. And this was the only answer. This is the only answer. Okay, and I will show you some paper. One paper. Okay, the blender. One of our student. What happened? I always do. Majority student will score exemption. Okay, but there will be certain student who didn't score exemption or who didn't clear also. It may happen. ऐसा नहीं है कि हर जन exemption आता है. Because see, understand. Okay, till 20-21 days, my efforts will be there. After that, your effort. I will be staying connected, but at the end of the day, efforts need to be done by you, bhai. And who will be writing examination? It's not you. It's not me. It's you. मुन्ना भाई MBBS थोड़ा ना होगा. Okay, तुम मेरे ऊपर बंदूक रखे ये तातेड़ ये इसलिए क्या चल. Okay, ऐसा नहीं होगा ना. You will be writing the paper. Okay, basic silly mistake. 3 to 4 papers which I have seen till now. Okay, मतलब जो loss हुए कुछ हुए. One student scored 197. She didn't clear. And EIS she scored was 57. 57. EIS SM 57. 3 marks. 3 marks. Okay, and when she called the paper and she told, I've written everything correctly, sir. Everything correctly. Everything correctly. I will show you the paper also. And you will come to know. Okay, this question was there. Voucher 5 marks and she scored only 2 marks. 3 गए. सर कारण क्या हुआ? She has written. वो आके बोलती है देखो सर मैंने सब सही लिखा है. मैंने सब सही लिखा है. And what she have written मालूम है? This 2. Purchase order, sales order. बोले सही लिखा, सही लिखा. This is our mindset. Purchase order, sales order, accounting. अरे accounting नहीं है. She has written like this: purchase order, sales order, receipts, payment. Okay, ये 4 ये 4 उसने लिखे. Now imagine, her interpretation was clear. उसने पेपर मंगाया. She didn't समझा. This is a basic mistake which happens with us, and this should not happen. And that's why I always make you clear कि भाई यार आपको लगता है सब आने के बाद भी क्यों गलती होती है? If you are doing complete syllabus, you know everything. Then also the only thing is your interpretation about understanding of answer. Okay, सेम बेसिक लॉजिक, परचेज ऑर्डर सेल्स ऑर्डर पार्ट ही नहीं है, कितना पांचट क्वेश्चन है बे. दिस 5 marks वर सुपर बोनस बाय आईसीआई, सुपर बोनस. इससे बेस्ट लाइफ में बोनस नहीं हो सकता भाई. अबे तुम्हारा पहला दिन का लेक्चर, फर्स्ट डे लेक्चर, ओके, यू आर नोइंग एवरीथिंग, एंड क्या लिखना उसमें, मतलब टेक्निकल वर्ड भी नहीं है, टेक्निकल जार्गन इज नॉट देयर. सुपर बोनस, इंस्टीट्यूट ने बोनस दिया, उसको ग्रैब करना चाहिए. एंड इमेजिन अगर वो 2 किया होता, वो 2 मार्क्स उसको मिल जाते 59, एंड प्रोबेबली वंस पर्सन इज ऑन 59 और 199, इंस्टीट्यूट मेक इट क्लियर. अगर 1 or 2 मार्क्स इज देयर ना, इंस्टीट्यूट डज नॉट मेक इट हॉल्ट, दैट फॉर श्योर. बहुत जन का इंटरप्रिटेशन ऐसा होगा, नहीं सर 200 आ रहे होंगे, 3 मार्क कम कर दिए होंगे. ठीक है, डजंट मैटर, इंस्टीट्यूट ओके विद इट, ओके, इंस्टीट्यूट को पता है, ठीक है, सबका इंटरप्रिटेशन ऐसा है, पर आई नो व्हाट इज द इंटरप्रिटेशन बिहाइंड इट. So okay, if you are at 198, 199, 2 marks difference is there, institute will ensure that you are clear. ऐसा नहीं होगा 198 को और कम करेंगे, ऐसा नहीं होगा 200 होगा and they will reduce the point, they will cut short. A particular subject can be taken care of because of some errors in calculation or something like that. That may happen, but that is a different together altogether. But मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ, ऐसा आपको लगेगा एग्जाम में I've done everything correctly, and this is a direct evidence here. And you will think purchase order, sales order correct because your mind is reading purchase. So make it clear when you are in examination. Okay, the steadily. Steady, Bhuvan, steady. Lagan, US on Lagan? No. Lagan is a very good movie, Amir Khan. मतलब ऐसा बहुत मस्त पिक्चर है. Those who have not watch in, I don't know whether it is in Telugu or not. English में रहेगा, but इंग्लिश में रहना चाहिए बिकॉज ऑस्कर मिला, तो इंग्लिश में होगा तब जाके, नहीं इंग्लिश के बिना भी ऑस्कर मिलता ना, क्या मालूम मुझे, अपने को क्या, इधर इंडिया का फिल्म फेयर नहीं झेप रहा सर. बट नेवरदलेस, जोक्स अपार्ट, कमिंग ऑन द पॉइंट दैट प्लीज मेक श्योर इन एग्जामिनेशन यू जस्ट मेक श्योर दैट यू आर वेरी स्टीडीली कीपिंग द स्कूल एंड राइटिंग द आंसर. ओके, दिस कैन बी एन उसका प्रॉब्लम क्या आया था, आई अंडरस्टूड. ओके, शी थॉट द पेपर इज डैम इजी, मतलब एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग, एंड मतलब अपन घाई में वी आर ओवर एक्साइटेड, एंड ओवर एक्साइटमेंट आल्सो किल्स. ओवर एक्साइटमेंट किल्स, दैट फॉर श्योर, एंड दिस इज द बेस्ट एग्जांपल. तो मेक श्योर ये हो गया. आई डाउट वापस एग्जामिनेशन में यू विल बी गेटिंग दिस क्वेश्चन बिकॉज आउट ऑफ टोटल, एंड आई विल बी in all my papers, ESO, SMO or Audito, I'll be using the examination pattern from May 18 till May 22. Okay, because before that there was a old syllabus. So May 18, if you understood, so I am discussing for 8 examination pattern. May 18, November 18, May 19, November 19. Okay, 20, May 20 was not there because of COVID. So there was only December 20. There was Jan 21, but I am excluding this because this was unusual pattern. So I am not including Jan 21 in any analysis. Okay, and after that, okay, you are already aware, June 21 and December 21 and May 22. This was a all pattern. So if you focus on this are the 8 attempts, I'll be using this 8 attempts analysis only. I'm not including Jan 21 because it was unusual pattern, and in that all together was unusual. So you compare the pattern with all chapters also, it is all unusual. Even in EIS SM audit, you go with anything. मतलब even in law also I see. Okay, it was completely unusual pattern because वो एक महीने में तो वापस एग्जाम आ गया था ना, तो पता वो पैटर्न का that was predefined or something like that, I don't know, but वो अगर पैटर्न इंक्लूड किया ना तो all your trend goes away. So in this 8 attempts, okay, this question has come twice. Okay, which was recently in this examination also. So I doubt this question will be coming again in your exam. But I am not telling 0%. But yeah, answer is here. MCQ हो सकता है. You can get an MCQ. But nevertheless, I do think everybody clear. But this can be example. I took time to explain you that in examination you may think you are correct, but you may end up writing wrong answer. So make it sure, slow and steady. Okay, once again coming back to the topic. Okay, 8 points done, 6 point done. 6 point inventory का कौन सा है? Purchase order, sales order, physical stock के पहले, stock journal, physical stock, delivery note, receipt note. Everybody clear? And payroll के लिए last 2 point are there. And I do think first is attendance. बिना attendance के काम होगा? Time sheets. And second point is calculation of salary, which is payroll itself. So next 2 points, the next 2 voucher is attendance and payroll. This payroll means what? Calculation of salary. And if I ask you a salary slip like this, that is nothing but payroll. So in payroll, how many vouchers are there? 2. What are the two voucher name? Attendance and payroll. मतलब वो voucher का नाम है. हो गया 16. And memorandum I told you don't but it's only from MCQ point I told you. These are the 16 points we'll be revising again and again. I think 16 points everybody clear? एक बार बता दीजिए 16 points कौन से 8.862 accounting, inventory and payroll. Accounting में 8, purchase, sales, receipts, payment, journal, contra, debit note and credit note. पक्का clear? Okay, ये होने के बाद 6 points. Purchase order, sales order, stock journal, loss, physical stock, receipt note, delivery note. मतलब receipt note and delivery note. Everybody clear? And last 2 point is attendance and payroll. Everybody clear? Okay. You understood the voucher. Voucher is exactly you understood. Do you think every voucher should be given a number? Example PO, PO1, PO2, PO3. ऐसा देना चाहिए क्या? And that is exactly your next question. Voucher number, voucher number. पहला हुआ था, first question was voucher types. Now we are discussing voucher number. Now the question comes is, what are the peculiarities of voucher number? What is the question? What are the peculiarities of voucher number? Once again, Atmao, my souls, everybody with me. What are the peculiarities of voucher number? What are the peculiarities of voucher number? Sir, what is the meaning of peculiarities? Peculiarities मतलब क्या? Features. What is the meaning of peculiarities? Features. What are the peculiarities of voucher number? Once again, I am coming back. What are the peculiarities of voucher number? What are the peculiarities of voucher number? Atma clear? Peculiarities means features. Fine. एकदम आराम से. First सुन लो, फिर रट लो. Then we'll highlight it out. First सुन लो. Do you think every voucher number should be unique? Or it should be same? PO1, 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 PO1. Okay, so you will not be able to identify the voucher. भारत माता की जय. समझ में आया? So every voucher number should be unique. Imagine you've been given a receipt and every receipt will be having the same number. Okay, then income tax I am telling only one addition. Getting the point? So every voucher number should be unique. Second point, listen carefully. Every voucher type should have a separate numbering series. Every voucher type should be having a separate numbering series. Every voucher type. Did you understood the type? How many types we have discussed? 862. This type should have a separate numbering series. Example, it should not be like this. PO1, PO2, SO3, PO4, SO5. Okay, stock journal 6. Are you getting the point? PO1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 separate series. SO1, 2, 3 a separate series. GRN separate series. Every separate series. Did you understood? The second point, every voucher type should have a should have a separate numbering series. Paka clear? ठीक है. Third point, तोड़ मालिक. Okay, एकदम clear cut. Every voucher should have a prefix or suffix or both. Every voucher type should have a prefix, suffix or both. What is the meaning of prefix, suffix or both? Example, 1, 2, 3 मत डालिए. 1, 2 में confusion हो जाएगा ना? See, understand? For PO you have a 1, 2, 3, 4. In SO you have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now tell me voucher number 1, which will be getting confused. So voucher should be like PO1 or PO1 20 to 23. नहीं समझा? PO is नहीं वो prefix. अभी voucher number पे हो ना? What is the voucher number? Help me out. Voucher number क्या है? 1. What is the voucher number? 1. Put some prefix so that it can be segregated with other vouchers. Okay. अब मेरे को बताओ PO का भी 1 है और SO का भी 1 है बेटा. If I am saying 1, 1, okay, and if you ask me what is the voucher number, if I use 1, don't you think confusion can be created? Therefore, I should use prefix or suffix or both. What is the prefix or suffix like this? PO is prefix, 1 is voucher number, and suffix is 20 to 23. What is 20 to 23? Year. समझ में कुछ आया? तो ये हो गया prefix, ये हो गया ये. This will be same for all vouchers. नहीं समझा? Understood? ठीक है. Third point clear? Fourth point. Now I am using PO1, PO2, PO3. Help me out. PO1, PO2, PO3, PO4, PO5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't like numbers. Again I started 11, 12. चलेगा? और I should use serially. Okay, आपको पसंद है नहीं है? Doesn't make sense. Okay, you need to use the voucher number serially. Every voucher number should be used serially. भारत माता की जय. समझा? Okay, serially होना चाहिए. Serially मतलब? What is the meaning of serially? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 100 आया, 100 के बाद 101, मैं नहीं मन नहीं कर रहा, 1001 चलेगा? नॉट करेक्ट, दिस इज फीचर. सी यू कैन डू एनीथिंग व्हाट यू वांट. ओके, तुमको झक मारो, हमको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Okay, but feature means if you keep this thing, okay, tracing a voucher, tracking a voucher becomes easy. Tracing a voucher and tracking a voucher becomes easy. Bharat Mata ki jai. Everybody clear, Malik? Pakka? And last point, please understand, fourth and fifth you will get confused. So listen carefully with OFU, only for understanding. Fifth say, every voucher should be recorded in chronological manner. Fourth point it is saying serially, and fifth point it is saying chronological. What is the difference in serial and chronological? Any idea? Date wise, time of occurrence, perfect. Date wise it goes, it is called chronological. Serially means sequence. Serially matlab sequence, and chronological matlab date wise. I am giving an OFU. If you understood good enough, nahi understood it sun lijiye. Okay, suppose sales. Okay, I am doing a sales. Okay, SO 99 was my sales order number. Okay, this was on 30th March. Okay, on 31st March, okay, Pratik came and he gave me sales order. Now tell me, the Pratik ne jo sales order diya, it should be which number? SO 100, because till yesterday it was SO, so SO 100. But due to some computer problem or something, I was not able to record because light gone. Yesterday we have experienced light gaya, and he told, bhai tum baad mein kar lena. तो ये रिकॉर्ड हुआ क्या? रिकॉर्ड हुआ नहीं हुआ, तो रिकॉर्ड इज नॉट डन. ओके, ऑन 31st. नाउ 1st April आकांक्षा केम एंड उसने एडमिशन लिया. नाउ टेल मी, ओके, व्हिच एसओ नंबर आई शुड इश्यू टू आकांक्षा? ओके, SO 101. It should not be 100 because 1010 will not be recorded in system. So which should I record first? SO 100, but it should be of Pratik, not of Akansha. Jaba. Understood? This is called chronological. And what is the meaning of serial? Example, SO 99 के बाद I should use 100, but I am using 1001. ये नहीं है. That is difference between serial and chronological. पक्का clear? Any doubt with this point? So what are the 5 peculiarities? एकदम easy answer है. Very easy answer. What are the 5 points? First point, every voucher number should be unique. Every voucher type should have a separate numbering series. Every voucher आगे और पीछे, prefix और suffix. Both point or both. Okay, every voucher should be used serially and voucher should be used chronologically. See, understand? Whenever अभी अपन revision, because we are now started completing a content. So now we understand a revision pattern, and this will be applicable again for all part. Okay, some revision pattern every time, always. Whenever I will be giving a some keyword. Okay, you should answer that one. Understand like this. First point, I will be starting peculiarities of voucher. Peculiarities of voucher. What is the second question for this? Peculiarities का दूसरा मतलब क्या है? Okay, features of voucher number. Voucher number. अब मैं आपको ऐसे बोलूंगा. Every voucher should be. आपने आंसर देना है unique. Okay, are you getting the point? I will be asking every voucher should be unique. Every voucher every voucher type should be separate numbering. You will be telling separate numbering series. I will be asking voucher type will be. Everybody clear? Then I will be telling every voucher will have aage and piche, prefix and suffix. Every voucher should be used 1, 2, 3, 4 serially. Okay, date wise. So I will be giving you some hint and you will be answering. This is across all format to read. And this will assist you, and when you will identify after 10 days what you will understand कि भाई यार ये कैसे भाई रट जाता है and everything. देखो at the end of the day, I do think you understood conceptually. Okay, now at the end of the day you need to ratify because you need to write as it is answer. देखो रटना तो है because we are into that model of examination. Ratify, are you getting the ratify? यही लिखना पड़ेगा. You don't have any option. You written something else. Okay, you are gone. So you keywords matters. Ratify, but ratify and concept. I am not blindly ratify. Abba, dabba, chabba. Okay, मैं ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ ये word है. I am telling you, I am giving you explanation, I am giving you an example, I am giving you a to understand this, and after that I am telling you to ratify. Reason simple, and now it becomes easy. And this will happen आगे आराम से. Same. बस make sure you adapt to the scenario, adapt to the content, and आराम से जाता मालिक. So पहला point, okay, once again we have completed the voucher. So second point we have completed the voucher. So from first portion, okay, the second part is also completed, Malik. तो फर्स्ट पोर्शन में से वी हैव कंप्लीटेड टाइप्स ऑफ डेटा, सेकंड इज वाउचर. Okay, once again, types of data. How many types of data are there? Two. What are master and non-master? How many types of master data are there? Four. Accounting, inventory, payroll. पक्का clear? ये होने के बाद how many types of voucher are there? 8, 6, 2. ऐसे ही याद रखो. 8 for accounting, 6 for inventory, 2 for payroll. 8 for accounting कौन से? Purchase, sales, purchase order, sales order नहीं है. Purchase order, sales order is inventory. Purchase, sales, receipts, payment, journal, contra, debit note, credit note. भारत माता की जय. Okay, इसके बाद 6 point for inventory. 6 points. Purchase order, sales order, stock journal, physical stock, and last 2 point receipt note, delivery note. And last 2 point are for payroll, attendance and payroll. भारत माता की जय. Everybody clear? Once this is done, after that you focus on the next element, and that is called voucher types. Okay, the voucher type की peculiarities बताइए. How many voucher types are there? 5. Voucher number. I mean, voucher number की peculiarities बताइए. How many numbers are there? 5. First, every voucher number should be. Okay, second point, every voucher type should have separate numbering series. आगे and पीछे. Prefix and suffix. Okay, every should be used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 serially and date wise. Chronological. पक्का clear? ठीक. Now we are going on the next concept, and that is called the ledger. But before that, highlight कर लो उसको, खत्म कर लो. You highlighted voucher number, keywords highlighted ना, and peculiarities का और एक meaning, features. तो peculiarity आया, features आया, characteristics आया. You have only one question. In अपने accounting ledger, see, understand now here next 15-20 minutes you will be with me with respect to some other concept, but to the extent a very good concept. I doubt theory question for this particular point. I doubt theory question will be doubtful. Then next portion. Till date we have not seen any theory, nor in your module, nor in anywhere. This can be a part and parcel of MCQ. Even part and parcel of MCQ is not there. Then also this is good for conceptual clarity. So next 15-20 minutes, at least from conceptual point of view, you make it sure yourself a clarity, because this is something which is every student should understand. Every student se zyada, every person should understand who is using a software. And I do think nobody here sitting in this class or anybody watching virtually, whatever, will be doing any manual transaction as such. Manually, तुम entry manually सब कोई नहीं करता. अब सिर्फ examination तक you are doing the things manually. After that you always use computers. That's bound to happen, Malik. मेरे ख्याल से Malik clear? Okay. Now please understand this point very thoroughly से ज़्यादा conceptually. Whenever entry is done in our system, I am discussing system means here system means software. Whenever entry is done in software, first time you do the entry in software, that is manually. Example, cash account debit to car account. Cash account debit to, what is meaning of cash account debit to car account? I sold the car and I cash inside. So cash account debit to, everybody clear? Cash account debit to car account. Cash आया, car गया. So tell me, once I posted this entry in software, do you think will I update a balance sheet or will I update a ledger, or automatically software will do? Automatically software. Yani example, once I post cash account debit to car account, once I post cash account debit to car account, once I post cash account debit to car account, automatically cash will increase and car will decrease. Who will do this? Software. In balance sheet, automatically figure will come. Who will do this? Software. Yani point to be noted. Once journal entry is passed, ledger में कौन डालेगा? Who will put in ledger? Software. Who will create trial balance? Software. Who will create the financial statements? अपना काम is only till starting point. Only until starting point. If you focus on this, थोड़ा सा देख लीजिए. टेक्स्ट बुक से ज्यादा इधर देखिए, टेक्स्ट बुक से ज्यादा इसमें टेक्स्ट बुक का कोई मैटर नहीं है, फर्स्ट इधर देख लीजिए. अगर आप देख रहे हो transaction occur हुआ and voucher entry, these two things are done manually. Okay, transaction occur हुआ, voucher entry means example of voucher entry, cash account debit to car, and transaction occur हुआ, car से बेचा. car बेचा, everybody clear? Okay, posting, who will do posting? Software. Who will do balancing? Okay, balancing means ledgers, ledgers को close करते हैं ना, and ledger close होने के बाद उसका ट्रायल बैलेंस पे कौन डालेगा? Software. And then P&L में डालना और बैलेंस शीट में डालना, who will do? Software. This is what exactly done by software. So I do think this is very clear. This is everybody understood. Okay, in accounting, when your career started with accounting, okay, the 11th, 12th, okay, when your career started, you are very clear in accounting. There are always three types of accounts: personal, real, nominal. You are very happy to learn that. Debit what comes in, what goes out. Debit the receiver. Golden rules. You are happy and you are yeah. Now the base in this, okay, will delete that base. In EIS, software says, I don't understand debit the griever and credit the receiver. Okay. Debit what comes in, credit what goes. Yeah. So software says, I know only two balances. One is debit balance and one is credit. Whatever you give me, you tell me this is which balance. Then I can post. I don't know what is real, what is personal, what is nominal. I don't give a damn shit to anything. I will give only importance to debit balance and credit balance. So understand this logic very clearly. In accounts, the types of ledger are three types of ledger. What are the three types of ledger? Personal, real, nominal. But in system software, we have only two types of ledger. What are the two types of ledger? Ledger with debit balance and ledger with credit balance. आनंद है, गाई मत करना. Ledger with next 10 minutes में बोला ना, 15 minutes का point बोला ही था 5 मिनट. आप अच्छे से समझिए इसको. Okay, software बोलता है, I understand only two balances. What are the two balances? Debit and credit. You tell me which balance it is. If you tell me this is a ledger, okay, so you tell me which balance it is. So it says, okay, whenever software says I'm having two balances. Now two balances, they say we have two balances ke ledger divided into four ledgers. See, understand, okay, at the end of the day, you create trial balance, you create ledgers, you create everything. Ultimately, boiling point is balance sheet. Everything goes in. Everything. Even you draw P&L, it goes in. Okay, logically, ledger को किधर shift करते हैं? P&L नहीं तो balance sheet. Okay, ये होता है ना ledger. क्लोजिंग एंट्री जो भी करना है सब किया एंड पीएनएल का बैलेंस कितना जाता? बैलेंस शीट. तो अल्टीमेटली बॉइलिंग पॉइंट इज व्हाट? ओके, इन बैलेंस शीट टू थिंग्स आर देयर. व्हाट आर द टू थिंग्स? एसेट्स एंड लायबिलिटीज. एसेट इज डेबिट बैलेंस और क्रेडिट बैलेंस? डेबिट. एंड लायबिलिटीज उसी तरह पीएनएल में टू थिंग्स आर देयर. वन इज इनकम एंड वन इज एक्सपेंस. ओके, टेल मी इनकम इज व्हिच बैलेंस? क्रेडिट बैलेंस एंड एक्सपेंस इज. तो सॉफ्टवेयर से okay, first and I understand only two balances. What are the two balances? Debit balance and credit balance. After that, further I can understand like this only. Debit balance में two balances. One is asset and one is expense. And credit balance में two balances. One is liability and one is income. यानी how many types of ledger can be there in software? One is two. Two वाला logic clear? Parking lot डालो. अब और थोड़ा सा elaborate करो. How many types of ledger are there in software? Four. What are the four types of software? Assets, expense, liabilities, income. What is the difference between these two? These are debit balance and those are credit balance. So whenever in software, okay, see, understand software को कैसे work करता है. And देखो हाँ, मतलब ये YouTube का वीडियो देख के ये सब देख के doesn't make a sense. You understand? मैं किस teaching पे emphasize करता हूँ. I always focus on visualizing the things rather than seeing the things. Seeing the things तो कितनी भी चीजें देखो यार कम है. But visualization is one of the important points. Okay, and if anybody has watched that Drishyam देखा होगा. Drishyam तो देखा ही होगा. तेलुगु में मतलब है ही वो Drishyam. Telugu वाला Drishyam. Either whichever Drishyam you saw. Okay, actual events happen in some other things, but what it is created is actually what visualized. तो अपना logic what is created. बाकी actual में तो यार बहुत सारी चीजें plus minus होगी यार. If I will give you an example of one organization, okay, in other organization you will have some different examples. So visualization. So I am focusing on visualization concept. So imagine, okay, you need to create, see, help me out, okay, creating a ledger is master data or transaction data? Master or transaction? Everybody, one time or again and again? Everybody? Pakka? Okay, so master data banate hain. So creating a ledger. What it says, how many types of ledger are there in accounting system? Accounting system, your real life nahi. Accounting system, how many types of ledger are there? 4. What are the 4 types of ledger? Assets, expense, liabilities, income. So this is your first concept, build this base. Ledger are only of 4 types. In your account, don't mix this and accounts. Huh? In accounts, there are ledger are of 3 types. In accounts, ledger are of 3 types. What are the 3 types? Real, personal, nominal. But in accounting system, when I say system means software. Interpretation is here, interpretation of system is software. So here accounting software, accounting system will have how many types of ledger? 4. What are the 4 types of ledger? Assets, expense, liabilities, and income. Okay, now give me a thorough logic. Okay, assets and liabilities will go in what? Balance sheet, and expense and income will go in, and P&L ka balance will go in balance sheet. Did you understood this logic? This is how software works. This is how software works. ठीक है, आराम से. Now tell me, creating ledger one time or again and again? One time. Creating a ledger is, this is very clear, huh? Yesterday we have discussed this. Now when I say creating ledger is one time, okay, you need to be very clear with this point. If I say creating ledger is one time, grouping of ledger matters. Grouping of ledger. Example, suppose she is a vendor. Okay, Akansha is a vendor. Now vendor create किया अपन ने. Akansha is vendor. Akansha नहीं कुछ नाम अदर नेम है. Akansha है ना? नहीं हो सकता है मेरे को मालूम नहीं पड़ता भाई. Naming convention I am very weak. I only know my name, and my name is also not Amit Tated. It is Tod. हाँ तो Tod. I don't tell. If anybody asks me what's your name, Tod. I don't say Amit Tated. बोलेगा Tod. मैं बोला हाँ. Okay, one name has been given by mom and dad. That's Amit Tated. That is used against Tod, the name which I created. Creating a name. ऐसा है. Amit Tated is also good. Amit Tated is Tod good. That's it. But Tod है. Tod है. ऐसा है. हाँ? Yeah, it's a brand करने का. तो भारी रहता भाई. Okay. So Akansha is a vendor. Now I will be creating a ledger for Akansha. Akansha. Okay, now tell me how I will group the ledger, because I will create Akansha. Okay, once I created Akansha, I need to group this ledger into something. Grouping of ledger. This is called grouping of ledger. Okay, for example, once I create Akansha, I need to group into what? Asset, liability, income, expense. किसमें group करूँगा? Akansha will be presented in what? Balance sheet. Balance sheet में creditor. यानी क्या grouping होगा? Liability. Okay, so I will create Akansha. I will group into liability, and automatically whenever I pass the entry of Akanshas, it will be posted in. Getting the concept. This is how the concept comes. Lekin, okay, what they say, okay, as they see, software will basically divide into 4 types of ledger. What are the 4 types of ledger? So assets, expense, income, and liability. Everybody clear? Further grouping, subgroups भी आप बना सकते हो इससे. What is the subgroups? Example subgroups. Liability, I can divide into share capital. I can divide into current liabilities. Okay, this can be done. It's your choice. Software will not do this. This is what your choice. You will configure. You will configure. This is what you will configure. What software basically will serve you? 4 point. Okay, आगे और बढ़ाना है तो it's our choice. Okay, now tell me, if I subgroup like this, share capital and current liabilities, I will create Akansha. So tell me Akansha. Okay, after that, Akansha, I will create a Akansha under which head? Liability. And liability also it will again subgroup. It will give me an option. मान में drop down list. Okay, कैसा होगा? अगर आपको समझ में आ रहा है सॉफ्टवेयर कैसे वर्क होगा, सबसे पहले give me an answer. Okay, I do think सबको समझ में आया. सबसे पहला, okay, first of all, software में 2 things will be there. What are the 2 things? Ledger. Okay, ये होगा उसको ledger का नाम. This will be name of ledger. Name of ledger. ओके उसके बाद होगा नेम ऑफ लेजर, उसके बाद होगा लेजर टाइप. नाउ टेल मी. ओके आकांक्षा, आकांक्षा मैंने डाला है, आकांक्षा मैंने डाला है. ओके आकांक्षा, नाउ आकांक्षा इज क्रेडिटर ना, वेंडर. तो मेरे को बताओ इधर मैं जैसे ही लेजर टाइप, मैं खुद टाइप नहीं कर सकता. आई विल नॉट टाइप एनीथिंग. I will create a drop down list and drop down list will give me 4 options. What are the 4 options? Assets, liabilities, income, expense. पक्का समझा? And I will select which option? Liabilities. And I will select liability and liability display होगा. जैसे इधर liability आएगा, जैसे इधर liability आएगा, one more, okay, further group. समझ में आया? And further group में, okay, it will give me one more option, one more field, and it will give me one more drop down list. And now tell me, once I click drop down list, I will get 2 options. Okay, what are the 2 options? Share capital or current liabilities. I will select current liabilities and then it will give me option create ledger or not. Okay, फिर मैं create को click करूंगा and the software will create a ledger of whom? Akansha. And whenever I pass entry, Akansha will be shifted to liability. Under liability, it will be shifted to current liabilities. मेरे ख्याल से मालिक समझ में आया? This is called grouping. This is called grouping. First question is how many types of ledger are there? How many types of ledger are there? 4. How many types of ledger are there? 4. What are the 4 types of ledger? Assets, liabilities, and this ledger are further divided on basis of debit balance and which I explained you earlier. Okay, now question comes is grouping of ledger. Did you understand grouping of ledger? Whenever you create a ledger, you need to group into 4 categories. You need to group in 4 and you can further group also. Further grouping also is permitted. Atma clear hai? Further grouping is also permitted. Bharat Mata ki. Pakka chepa? Everybody, any doubt till here? Pakka na? Okay, so अब मेरा question आता है cash. Cash. Tell me, I am creating a ledger of cash. Ledger of cash. Name is cash. Grouping बताइए. Okay, ledger का वो पूछेगा. Ledger में क्या पूछेगा वो? Drop down पूछेगा ना? नहीं, वो drop down पूछेगा. हमें select करना है. Is ledger selected by software or human? Human. This ledger is selected by human, huh? But who software is creating inbuilt a ledger. Okay, तो ये drop down list में क्या आएगा option? What are 4? Asset, liability, income, expense. Okay, मेरे को बताओ ये करने के पहले और एक चीज आ जाएगी. Okay, और एक filter कर सकते हैं. अब ये method को और एक filter कर सकते हैं. I can do one more filter. Listen carefully. Name. क्या डाला तुमने name? Cash. Then asking balance. बैलेंस में 2 पॉइंट. कौन सा डेबिट और क्रेडिट. समझ में आया? आई विल सिलेक्ट विच वन? डेबिट. नाउ टेल मी लेजर आया तो और फिल्टर हो गया. एरर होने के चांसेस और कम. ओके, आई एम रिड्यूसिंग द एरर चांसेस. दिस इज व्हाट यू कैन डू. नाउ टेल मी, ओके, इन लेजर आई विल गेट 2 ऑप्शन ओनली. व्हाट आर द 2 ऑप्शन? एसेट्स एंड एक्सपेंस. डिड यू अंडरस्टूड नाउ? दिस इज एवरीथिंग डन बाय ह्यूमन. Everything. Only one thing is done by software. That is called types of ledger. And how many types of ledger are done by software? 4. That is done by software. उसके बाद whatever grouping I need to do, it's my choices what I have done here. Okay, now my conclusion point. Give me a good answer. Okay, here I selected debit balance. Everybody with me? I selected which balance, beta? Debit balance. Okay, so now tell me here how many options I will get. What are 2 options? Expense. Okay, who will select this software? Red wala, who will select this software or Amit Athed? Amit Athed. Okay, galti se. I was drinking a chai. Our tea will not leave us. Huh? I was drinking a tea. And when drop down list came, galti se I selected expense. Tell me, what will happen? Error आएगा. मेरा क्वेश्चन व्हाट विल हैपन. आर यू गेटिंग द क्वेश्चन? मेरा क्वेश्चन समझा? यानी बाय मिस्टेकली, बिकॉज सी कैश बैलेंस इज डेबिट बैलेंस. ना इन डेबिट बैलेंस 2 ledgers are there. What are the 2 ledgers? Assets and expense. By mistakenly you select expense, then what? Will software prevent this error? Because this is not done by software, this is done by human. Software cannot show error message. Software cannot prevent such kind of error. Then what will happen? Cash will be displayed in P&L. Cash will be displayed in MCQ. This is what MCQ you can get. Cash account, by chance while grouping the ledger, the person has created a grouping of ledger cash into expense. Okay, what options will come? A, B, C, D. A, software will show error message. B, software will not proceed further. C, okay, software will show incorrect. And D, okay, cash will be displayed in P&L. समझ में आया? And this can be now, this example can be used with anything now. Okay, they can give any further panchat example, every verse. Example, creditor. You created creditor. Creditor is which balance? Credit balance. And by chance, while grouping, again I'm using the word very clearly, while grouping, okay, you shifted to income. Okay, what will happen? Software will show error, blah, 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 and P&L में आएगा. Pakka clear? That's it. Okay, last 15 minutes, what we have discussed is your ledger. So two question will complete. First question is types of ledger. How many types of ledger are there? Nam, assets, liabilities, income, expense. Okay, and next question is how many group? How the grouping is done? Grouping is done by human. Can there be further groups also? Yes, that is called subgroups. Everybody clear? If grouping is done incorrectly, then will software prevent this error? नहीं, तो software will post this incorrect way. आप समझे नहीं ये पॉइंट? अर्थమైందా? Everybody clear? पक्का? अपडेट मार दो. तो फर्स्ट पॉइंट 2.6 वी हैव कंप्लीटेड अकाउंटिंग फ्लो. अकाउंटिंग फ्लो समझ में आ गया? आफ्टर दैट ओके ये आया टाइप्स ऑफ लेजर. तो सबसे पहले टाइप्स ऑफ लेजर को हाईलाइट करो. In accounting, we have studied that there are three types of ledger: personal, real, nominal. But as far as financial and accounting systems are concerned, ledger may be classified in two types only. What are the two types, beta? Debit balance and credit balance. Diagram close karo. Ledger divided into two balance, debit and credit. Debit is further divided into asset expense, and credit is divided into income and liabilities, and that further shifted into balance sheet, and income expense is shifted into P&L, and ultimate boiling point is because everything is shifted to balance sheet. Atma clear? This is explained in next basic points. You can just go through it. मैं read नहीं कर रहा हूँ because nothing to highlight it. Just go through it. एक बार read कर लीजिए आप. ये और इसके बाद वाला grouping of ledger. और जब मैं बोल रहा हूँ रीड करिए, ओके, तो इट मींस रीड करिए. अगर वो नहीं करना होता मैं बोलता था जाने दो, डिलीट कर लो, समथिंग लाइक दैट. ओके, जस्ट आई एम थोड़ा सा सेविंग माय एनर्जी विद रिस्पेक्ट टू कलर, बाकी और कुछ नहीं. और वो हो गया है तो इसलिए अपन कर रहे हैं. डन, इजी, कोई टेंशन नहीं. So basic point is only for understanding. After that, types of grouping of ledger is also again very clear, and they given an example which we have discussed in the class. What is the example? Cash ledger. Again, I am making you clear. Software does not prevent incorrect grouping of ledger. Software does not prevent incorrect grouping of ledger. Please make it clear. Software does not prevent incorrect grouping. whatever you want to do, software does not prevent incorrect typing. Okay, so software will show error message. No, it will not prevent. It will post as it is how you group it. Okay, then I told you also this can be MCQ. How it can be MCQ? You understood now? They can give the options. Okay, so this is most probably rather than theory. This will be part of parcel of MCQ. Okay, so here we have completed the fourth part of your portion 1. Okay, so मेरे ख्याल से everyone comfortable? बैठ रहा है, कोई टेंशन नहीं? Okay, पक्का ना? Everybody झेपिंग ना, झेपिंग? Okay, perfect. The last question before taking a break. Last question इतना मतलब बड़ा है. मतलब you need to understand. That is called front end and back end. Okay, before going on front end and back end, listen carefully. What is the point? Every software is divided into two parts. Every software, two parts मतलब software को पहले एक बार एक ये point भी समझ लीजिए. Okay, so whenever you start a computer system, okay, you are already aware that Windows start. अगर if I am using a laptop or a computer, if I am using a mobile, then what it starts? Android or Mac, depending on which company you are using it out. Which software is this called? Operating system. Operating system or operating software? Operating system or operating? Okay, the operating system or operating? Everybody with me? Okay, whenever we start any computer, okay, first which software starts? That is called OS. That is called OS. Whenever you start any computer, it starts as OS. Everybody with me? Okay, once it starts, then you get like this. You get the screen like this or something like this, where you can use Excel sheet, Tally, Instagram, Facebook, or something like that. This is nothing but which software? Application software. Which software? Application software. So how many types of software are there? Two. One is OS and one is AS. One is OS and one is AS. What is OS ka full form? Operating system. Operating system. Okay, and AS means application software. Usually OS is operating software also, but the terminology we use is operating system because it is a mode of system rather than software. It does not do any work for us. It is more of system. Okay, so application is a software which is doing work for me. If I want to upload some photo, okay, on Instagram, okay, which software will work? OS or AS? AS. If I need to order something on Amazon, which software will work? AS. If I need to order something on Flipkart, if I need to check the emails, AS. Gmail na, Gmail ka point. AS rahega. If I need to work on some Excel sheet, so which software does the human work? AS. OS कुछ नहीं करता सर. फिर OS चाहिए क्यों? प्लेटफॉर्म ऑपरेट करने के लिए. अदरवाइज AS अकेला कुछ नहीं कर सकता. बिना वो AS बिना Did you understood this logic? Okay, just example बता दो. OS फिर करता क्या सर? OS is like a platform. OS is like a platform. What is exactly a platform? Platform अगर आपको मालूम है ट्रेन जाती है, ट्रेन में चढ़ने के लिए उतरने के लिए you require a platform. Anyway, we are Indian caliber of anything. We can get into train or down from train from anywhere. We have seen this in movies, huh? In actual also we have seen this. Okay, whenever trains stop in between where there is no platform, okay, they get down also, they ऊपर भी चढ़ते हैं. ऐसा होता है. But to be very precise, what is the best way to enter into a train and get outside of train? Platform. That is done by OS. OS is a platform. When you do access application software, you require an operating system. Without operating system, nothing can be done. Okay, if I'm using this pen, which is an hardware, this is an hardware. This is not a software. Tangible hai. Tangible hai. It is a tangible. If I touch this, okay, if I'm touching for this nodes, okay, how this software is coming to know that some touch point comes into picture. This is OS. OS ensure, okay, the hardware and software are interact with each other. This software का काम क्या है? If I'm going on Instagram, what is the work of Instagram? To post the photo. But who will click the photo? Camera will click the photo. But camera clicking the photo and updating, that is done by OS. Operating system, hardware को समझाना कि भाई ऐसे कर. That is done by OS. You store some file on your computer system. Okay, what is the size of file? Can you check this? मैं इसमें बताना मुश्किल होगा पर कंप्यूटर में कैन यू चेक हाउ राइट क्लिक माउस का राइट क्लिक एंड राइट क्लिक में प्रॉपर्टीज मेरे को बताओ व्हाट इज दैट एग्जैक्टली प्रॉपर्टी मींस वो प्रॉपर्टीज कौन देता है दैट पर्टिकुलर एग्जांपल दैट पर्टिकुलर सॉफ्टवेयर और ओएस सॉफ्टवेयर डज नॉट गिव दैट प्रॉपर्टी हाउ मच स्पेस इज रिक्वायर्ड हाउ मच टाइम दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड दैट इज शोन बाय whom OS that is not a feature of AS so any work done for user is done by for user is done by AS any work done मेरे लिए मेन सॉफ्टवेयर कौन सा which is the main software for me AS everybody clear okay any work done for me is done by AS everybody clear paka okay but for performing that work for running that AS you require everybody clear in our complete syllabus we are not focusing on OS only one question will be there on OS that is also in chapter 3 we are main concerned with AS because at the end of the day we require application software. Now tell me financial and accounting software is which software? If I say tally is AS or OS? Any financial accounting software is ERP, Adobe Reader, WhatsApp. Okay, I do think you're getting the concept now. But that run on some platform. That is OS. OS का काम एकदम limited है. अपन we are more interested in AS. Perfect. ठीक है. Now कुछ पॉइंट अंडरस्टैंड दिस और उसके बाद ही वी कैन डिस्कस समथिंग फ्रंट एंड बैक एंड को डिस्कस करने के लिए प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड ओके टुडेज नेटवर्क टेक्नोलॉजी इज गोइंग लाइक दिस देयर इज कॉल्ड ओके दिस इज वी ओके ये हम लोग है हमारे पास एक कंप्यूटर का डब्बा है we type something and this data is shifted to one server okay server computer that is called server computer which computer server computer so I am explaining you okay two content one is client computer and one is server computer one is client computer and one is server computer please listen carefully aram se give me a good 10 minutes okay I bet once you understood this thoroughly the next question is done and dusted but you need to understand this concept thoroughly okay so on the screen you are looking out two computers one computer is the client computer and one computer is a server computer for example client computer you all using including me is a client computer which computer client example right now I am having a mobile it is which computer client computer okay please listen carefully okay I type www.ici.org okay the www.ici.org it goes on which computer it goes on some other computer and that is called which computer server computer you have heard the word server पे जाता है server down है ऐसा सुना होगा okay and it goes on which computer server computer and server computer feeds the data and give to client computer this is the technology this is a network technology which works so there are two computers one computer is a client computer and one computer is a so help me out which computer process send the request client which computer process the request which computer send the request which computer suna na beode which computer send the request client which computer process the request which computer store the request server which computer store the data server which computer only work as a interaction client okay main काम कौन करता सर्वर डेटा स्टोर किधर है प्रोसेसिंग किधर है एवरीथिंग इज डन बाय सर्वर ओके तो क्लाइंट क्या करता है ओनली सेंडिंग ए रिक्वेस्ट if somebody asks me right now sir how client computer and server computer looks like what is the difference between this okay what is exactly the difference between the client computer and server computer ये दोनों में difference कैसा है दिखता कैसा है yesterday I told you at home you if you are frustrated okay the computer is not working you kick to that dabba is called CPU that black color ka dabba is same CPU which is a server computer also the only difference in that computer is the processing power is zabardast the storage capacity is very high the processing power is very high which is not there with us our computer let's take an example a basic example right now in this room okay you are client computer and I am server computer who is sending the request you sending the request to me and I am processing the request and guiding you with the content so in this room if I discuss like this okay you are which computer client I am We both look same. Dabba is same. The only thing is processing power, storage capacity. Are you getting the concept? Yani server dabba is nothing extraordinary, but inbuilt into it, RAM chip, the memory, the storage capacity, the processing, motherboard will be very dramatic. Very dramatic. This is the difference between client dabba and server dabba. If I need to ask, आपके घर पे जो डब्बा है, example इधर भी जो डब्बा है, here also डब्बा, it is which डब्बा? Client डब्बा. It is costing something around 25,000 till 1.5 lakh, 2 lakh, 2.5 lakh, depending on gaming also. Not more than that. 2.5 lakh, 3 lakh is maximum. Okay, processing के लिए डब्बा I am telling, I am not discussing that LCD, LED or something like that. I am discussing about डब्बा. Server computer will be costing 1 crore to 5 crore. Imagine the processing power. Imagine the processing power of the server computer. This is exactly the imagine you need to understand. So what is the difference between client and server? Did you understood? So help me out. Which computer sent the request? Now coming back to the computer. Which computer sent the request? Client. Which computer processed the request? Everybody clear? Okay. Now when I say client computer and server computer, okay, please do understand this logic. You are already technically competent. Okay. One whose computer is standard CPU? Standard. Client. Who is the high computational CPU? Server. Who high computational? Do you understood? High computational, like the high processing. Standard CPU is standard. Basic request भेजना करना, ज़्यादा storage नहीं है, 1 TB, 2 TB maximum. Server computer will be, you can't imagine also. Okay, TB का discussion ही नहीं है इधर. There is no discussion of TB. HB and other things, exabytes and other things. Next level है वो. Okay, this is the difference between client and server. Everybody clear? Okay, so sir, why you explain this? We were on software. So coming back on software, please understand. Okay, before going on anything, okay, I'll discuss something like this. I am going on Flipkart. Okay, so this computer is client computer. Okay, this will send request to whose server? Flipkart server. Flipkart server will process the data and will send back to client. Everybody clear? Okay, Amazon Pay. I'm clicking Amazon. Client. It will go to server. Server process. Get back to client. Everybody clear? Kaan khule, please understand this logic technically. AS and OS. OS समझ गया? Keep OS separate. I'm discussing now AS. AS application software can be divided into two parts. Okay, one is front end and one is back end. And मेरे ख्याल से थोड़ा सा link you can connect now. Front end software is loaded on client. Back end software is loaded on server. Okay, so the software is divided into two parts. One is front end and one is back end. Okay, so everybody on the screen, if you understood, okay, so if I go on Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime. If I go on Amazon Prime, now understand, okay, this is what I'm going on Amazon Prime. Okay, और ये मैं Wi-Fi चालू ही है. This I'm going on Amazon Prime. Now tell me, okay, this software, what Amazon Prime on the screen you are looking, this software is software. Which software? Front end. नहीं application ही है. Application. We are discussing application because it's application है. But application का भी two parts. One is front end. One is back end. So please understand, when I connect this front end software, it get automatically connects with back end software. So software I have divided into two parts. What are the two parts? Front end software and back end software. Now give me a good answer. Which software process the data? Server and client का logic लगाना. Which software process the data? Back end. Okay. Which software take the user request? Front end. Which take the user request? फ्रंट एंड या बैक एंड? सॉफ्टवेयर का डिवाइड कर रहा हूं, कंप्यूटर छोड़ दो, सॉफ्टवेयर. ओके, आराम से आता है, ठीक है. वन सेकेंड आराम से. आई एम टेलिंग यू सॉफ्टवेयर इज डिवाइडेड इनटू टू पार्ट्स. सॉफ्टवेयर इज डिवाइडेड इनटू वन पार्ट ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर रिसाइड्स ऑन बैक एंड एंड वन पार्ट ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर रिसाइड्स ऑन फ्रंट एंड. आई विल गिव कमांड टू फ्रंट एंड और बैक एंड. फ्रंट एंड आई विल गिव कमांड टू फ्रंट एंड रिसाइड ऑन क्लाइंट डिवाइस. अब क्लाइंट सर्वर छोड़ दो, पर वो बताना बहुत जरूरी था बिकॉज विदाउट दैट ओके फ्रंट एंड बैक एंड लॉजिक नहीं बैठेगा. अभी फ्रंट एंड बैक एंड में रहो. आई विल सेंड रिक्वेस्ट टू हुम? अमित तातेड़ विल सेंड रिक्वेस्ट टू front end समझ में आ रहा है? Front end means client device, but instead of client device we are using software. So front end software, I'll send request to which software, and this front end software will take my request to, and back end software will process and send that data back to front end. Okay, so help me out. User interacts with, okay, back end से कौन interact करता है? Front end. User never interacts with, okay, who interacts with back end? Front end. Jepa Malik. And back end process the data and give back to the, and front end give the data to user. This is how the process works. If I start Amazon Prime, this screen पे देखो, screen पे this app is front end. If I open this app, I say, okay, अब मैं ये गया, अभी example, I start rocketry. अगर मैं rocketry picture चालू करता हूँ, if I say I start this rocketry, now tell me, it is giving a request to whom? Backend. I am telling you start rocketry. Okay, now he is not starting, front end is not starting rocketry. Who is starting rocketry? Backend, and backend is giving that data of rocketry to front end. Everybody clear? Think logically. If I remove the network, if I stop the internet, I stop the internet. Now tell me, if I start, okay, Amazon Prime, okay, will it work? No. Okay, ये होएगा ही नहीं, ये चालू ही नहीं होगा क्योंकि इंटरनेट ही नहीं है. Why sir? Logic ये है, front end will work only with back end only when it is network is there. Without network, front end and back end cannot work. In short, we require a network. Everybody clear? So without network, which softwares cannot work? Front end and back end. Jepan Malik, ठीक है. गाई मत ना. I'm mixing two things. हाँ, मतलब ये front end और back end और अगला वाला आंसर भी. But I need to make it clear right now. Okay, so वापस आते हैं. Help me out. Front and back end. Okay, why you divided? Example मैं आपको ये सब चीज बाद में समझाऊँ. Don't worry, everything will be explained. Just you take it as it is when it is coming. बस ये point आप ध्यान रखो. You can connect with me only for understanding the content धीरे-धीरे. First thing, okay, मेरे को बताओ, okay, application software. वापस बोल रहा हूँ. How many types of software are there? What are two types? Operating and applications. Application software is divided into two types: front end and back end. Which interacts with user? Which interacts with back end? User never interacts with back end. User interacts with only front end. Okay, is everybody clear? Back end process the data and give back to, and front end give back data to. Pakka clear? Okay, if you understood, it is like waiter and cook. You go in a hotel, you give the order to cook or waiter. Waiter is front end. Waiter take that order, goes to cook. Cook process the data. Give back to waiter, and waiter come back to us. This is the concept of cook and waiter. Are you getting the concept? Everybody understood? This I have given in notes, but make it sure you are not writing in this examination. And ये मॉड्यूल का भी पॉइंट कुछ हिस्सा है इसमें, but make it sure you understand clearly. Coming back to the topic, आराम से ये. Okay, once again, did you understood अभी front end back end? Okay. Now the question is, why we require front end back end software separately? Okay, why we require front end back end software? What is our question right now? Why we require front end and back end separate software? Why we require part of software? Why we are dividing part? Why not one software? Why not one part? Why not cook and waiter become one? तो समझ में आ रहा है? लॉजिक है, कुक और वेटर अगर एक ही रहेगा, तुमसे ऑर्डर लेगा, बनाएगा, अभी दूसरा कस्टमर आया, वेट करेगा, तो झेप रहा है मालिक. Okay, and just I'm telling you, giving a OFU only for understanding. Okay, sir, what if? Okay, logic समझो. If I'm going on Instagram app, Okay, this is I'm going on Instagram app. Okay, please tell me, this is which software? Application software, but which application में भी which part? Front end. This is going request to backend. Backend will process and give it back to front end. Asma clear hai? But if I am going on, please listen carefully. If I am going on Google Chrome, and on Google Chrome, if I am typing www.instagram, समझ में आया? If I am typing Instagram and I am going from Instagram, okay, now there is no concept of front end. There is no concept of, because there is no concept of front end. There is no front end app. Now you may ask me, you may say me, sir, there is a Google app, this is a Google, this is only intermediary, this is not front end. Front end app नहीं है. Front end app नहीं है. imagine if app is not divided. Sir, what is the logic behind it? I'm just giving a gist. Again, I told you this is only of who. But what if there is no front end back end software? If what front end back end software nahi hota, imagine there would be no Play Store. There would be no App Store. And then everywhere you are going, you should go through Google. Matlab internet browser. It can be Google, it can be Firefox, it can be Explorer to bandi ho gaya hai. Safari. Are you getting the point? You will be going by that way only na. Then in that case, there is no differentiate between front end and back end. And the biggest problem would be a load on the server. Now what happened? The server load has been balanced. Okay, somebody directly coming from Google Chrome, somebody coming from front end software, somebody coming from some other end. The front end back end का logic, front end back end logic. Again I'm making clear. अगर मैं ऐसा गया तो ये front end back end होगा? नहीं होगा. Okay, so when front end back end comes? Okay, yeah, one more example. ICI.org type करते हो आप. You type www.ici.org. Is it front end back end? Not at all. There is no concept of front end back end. हाँ, but it is a concept of client and server. Client server रहेगा ही ना. What is a client server? Client server and front end back end don't mix up. That's what I want to explain to you. Client server is about device. Client server is about device. Front end and back end is not about device. It is about app. Application software. Okay, so on this screen, if I have an app, okay, that is called which app? Front end. But this device is not called a front end device. This is called client. Device name is client device. Okay, and that device name is server. But if there is a app division, if there is a app and there is a app, that is called front end and back end. Everybody clear? Okay, आराम से everybody here. Front end and back end. आत्मा लेके आओ इधर, आत्मा लेके आओ. Okay, last 5 points. I'll completing the point. Okay, we are done with your 4th point. Why we require a separate software for front end and back end? Why? First point. Okay, this is the action. This is called domain. What is called domain? Domain means area. Domain means area. You tell me. Okay, whose area is to take the request only? Front end. Whose area is to process the only? Back end. Domain. Front end का काम खाली क्या है? Front end will be doing the work only taking a request, sending and taking. That's it. No other work. area of expertise. Yani front end will be more of taking request and back end will be more of processing and storing. Back end is expertise. Cook and waiter. Waiter is we have divided because area expertise. We are divided. Cook, you will be taking order and giving to cook. Waiter, you will be taking an order giving to cook. Cook, you are more specialization in cooking. Atma samjha? So first point is domain. Area, we have divided the area, na? And I do think you are already clear. If we divide the area, the things become must comfortable for us. Second point, presentation. Help me out. Whose presentation is superb? Waiter or cook? Waiter, cook. He put the masala. He put like this. He put the masala. He will like this. Uska presentable रहता क्या cook कभी? नहीं. Okay. लेकिन waiter will be presentable. So presentation. Whose presentation should be better? Okay. Front end or back end? Front end. Back end may not have that presentational format. Example. You may have a color combination. You may have this. Every element, color combination, format, everything, bold, italic words and everything. But in server, in backend, there is no concept of color combination. Not required only. समझ में आया क्या? That is called second point, presentation. Second point, presentation. Once again. सबसे पहला domain. First वापस आते हैं. First point is domain. Everybody clear? Second point is presentation. Okay. Second point is presentation. What question I'm discussing now? See, okay, application software kaan khule. I've discussed with you. Application software is divided into 2 parts. What are the 2 parts? Front end, back end. This is very clear. Now I'm discussing you why we are dividing these parts. This is main question. This is theory question. Why we are dividing theory? Why we are dividing which softwares? Front end and back end. Why? What is the reason for dividing? Okay, there are 5 reasons. First reason is domain. First reason is beta domain. Second point is presentation. Everybody clear, Malik? Third point, user experience. Look at the action. User experience. Help me out to experience. User का experience किसके साथ होता है? Waiter के साथ या cook के साथ? Waiter के साथ. Front end. So your experience should be very best. Your experience should be very best. Polished language. understandable, everything. But backend, do you think this user experience will be there with backend? Doesn't matter. Okay, backend में कुछ update भी रहता होगा, तुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Okay, you need to understand only for a front end. Okay, understand now basic difference between when we are discussing about this point. Okay, presentation and user experience. Many of them they get confused. Presentation, bold, italic, color combination, color कौन सा है क्या है? This is called presentation. Okay, then what is an user experience, sir? User experience can be like this. Okay, I'll just on कर रहा हूँ internet. Okay, it's going on Amazon Prime. Okay, it's going on Amazon Prime. This is heading. What is front end and back end का first point? Again, I'm telling you, presentation color combination, blue color है, ये color ऐसा है, ये ऐसा दिखना चाहिए. This is called presentation. अब now understand what is user experience. I want to see which movie? Rocketry. I'm going in Rocketry. Okay, now it is giving me, this is user experience. What is this user experience? This all, ये जो है ना, resume, you need to resume, you need to start over, you need to forward, you need to watch list, you need to download. This is called user. आपको किधर जाना चाहिए क्या करने के लिए? Where you need to go to do this, where you need to go is called user experience. To do this, where you need to go is called. I think you are getting the concept. Difference between समझा? Color combination is presentation. Desired report किधर मिलेगा? Desired thing किधर मिलेगा? It is guiding ना. If you remember, you understand this like this. अगर ये कुछ बताते ही नहीं तो अब स्टार्ट ओवर क्या करना, किधर से क्या करना अपने को मालूम ही नहीं पड़ता था. दिस इज कॉल्ड यूजर. डिफरेंस समझा ना मालिक? एग्जांपल सर अभी वेटर कुक में बताता हूं. प्रेजेंटेशन टाई वाई ये है. व्हाट इज दिस? प्रेजेंटेशन. ओके, आप पूछते हो सर व्हाट इज द बेस्ट फूड एट योर एंड? मैं बोलूंगा सर हमारे इधर की दाल मखनी ट्राई करिए. यू विल बी हैविंग द बेस्ट एक्सपीरियंस. दिस इज कॉल्ड यूजर एक्सपीरियंस. पक्का समझा? व्हाट मिक्स मैच मत करना. बोल्ड, इटलिक्स, कलर, presentation. Desired report, where I will be getting user experience. Okay, so I am giving one OFU. You tell me and give me a correct answer. I am hoping best. I went to ICI.org. In ICI.org, I went to students and I want to watch module. Then I went to students. Student के बाद I went to BOS. In BOS, it told कि module इधर मिलेगा. What it is? Presentation or user experience? This is user experience. User experience. But blue color, white color, font, italic, presentation. पक्का समझा? So whenever you go on website, whatever it looks like, presentation, and it says go here, go here, go here. पक्का clear? The fourth point is very easy, damn easy. Okay, you understand? Waiter and cook is only one person. He take a order, go there, make. Okay, वापस लाया. तब तक order made. Time लगेगा. It will take a time, and that is called nothing but action. देखिए, speed. What is word? Speed. Okay, tell me if front end back end software is same. If front end back end software is same, will it have an impact on speed? Yes, that is called speed. So speed का impact. आत्मा clear है? The next point is speed. So to ensure speed is very good, we divide the software into two parts. One is front end and one is back end. Everybody clear? So fourth point is speed. And fifth point. Okay, please understand. What you look here is in normal English. Even I can convert into Telugu, Tamil, whatever it may be. It gives me an option. But in backend, do you think it is stored like this only or in coding language? Coding, C++, Java, Prolog. Okay, the example. Okay, here to watch a movie, I am not required to give a command. Okay, please run this movie. मतलब in older days, 90s में, we were required to give a command. Okay, so please run this movie, and then a computer would run this movie. Here, right now, everything is given on the front end concept. So next point is very important: language. The user-friendly language, user can understand, that is language of which? Front end. But backend does not have the same language. Backend can be a coding language. It can be a Prolog, it can be a C++, it can be a Java, it can be a Python, it can be anything which we are not able to understand. Imagine if they are giving a coding language here and they are saying run this code to watch this movie. It would be a cumbersome for us. We would have not watched this movie at all. Okay, so I do think you are getting the point, and that is your fifth point: language. So front end language is, don't tell me English. It is understandable by user. See, user friendly. Please make it sure you are clearly understanding, because three things will be confused. One is user experience, language. Okay, 5 points very easy. Array. Domain, presentation, user experience, speed, language. Why we require a front end and back end? What are the 5 points? Domain. Bharat Mata ki, everybody clear? Okay, now the mix was kidhar? Okay, I made you clear. Presentation and user experience. 4 point clear. And language is which is understandable by user. Example, cook may not, example, we are working in London, okay, where English is used. And cook may not know the English, but he know the Hindi. He know Hindi only. But the waiter will be knowing English and Hindi. His same concept will be there. At your end, he is not telling you that Hindi mein baat kar raha hai. That is most important language, which is understandable by user. So Bharat Mata ki jai, I do think you understood the concept. आराम से समझा मालिक? Everybody? पक्का understood ना? पक्का कोई दिक्कत नहीं ना? तो पहला पॉइंट, ओके, मेरे को बताओ एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर कितने इसमें डिवाइड करोगे? हाउ मेनी पार्ट्स? एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर इज डिवाइडेड 2 पार्ट्स. व्हाट आर 2 पार्ट्स? फ्रंट एंड, बैक एंड. हु इंटरेक्ट्स विद यूजर? हु टेक द रिक्वेस्ट फ्रॉम यूजर? बैक एंड नहीं, यूजर. यूजर से बैक एंड लेता क्या? हु टेक्स रिक्वेस्ट फ्रॉम यूजर? हु इंटरेक्ट्स विद यूजर? फ्रंट एंड. ऐसा मत सोचो फ्रंट एंड बोला तो नेक्स्ट बैक एंड होगा. हु इंटरेक्ट्स विद यूजर? हु टेक द रिक्वेस्ट फ्रॉम यूजर? हु प्रोसेस द रिक्वेस्ट? Back end. Who take the request from front end? Back end. Who process the request? Who store the data? Who after processing the request is back end send the request to front end, and front end display that point to. पक्का समझ में आया? Okay, MCQ ले आ सकता है. Okay, back end interacts with user. True or false? False. Back end interacts only with front end. Then who interacts with user? पक्का clear? बस खत्म. पहला point ये है. And next question is why we require a separate software for फ्रंट एंड एंड बैक एंड. एक्चुअली देखा जाए तो देयर इज ओनली 1 क्वेश्चन. अगर 2 क्वेश्चन होते तो मैं इधर 2 मार्क्स का 2 करता ना चार्ट में. इधर चार्ट में आपके पास 2 है क्या? इन फ्रंट एंड बैक एंड 2 पॉइंट्स है क्या? नहीं. तो देयर इज ओनली 1 क्वेश्चन. थियरी 1 क्वेश्चन ही है, बट कॉन्सेप्ट इज देयर. तो थियरी ओनली 1 क्वेश्चन. व्हाट इज दैट 1 क्वेश्चन? व्हाई वी शुड हैव ए सेपरेट सॉफ्टवेयर एंड व्हाई शुड नॉट वी हैव ए वन सॉफ्टवेयर? व्हाई शुड वी नॉट हैव ए वन सॉफ्टवेयर? व्हाई वी शुड हैव ए सेपरेट सॉफ्टवेयर? हाउ मेनी रीजंस आर देयर? 5. ये मेरे ख्याल से इजी है. तोड़ मालिक. मालिक पक्का क्लियर? अपडेट कर देते हैं एंड फिर ब्रेक लेते हैं. ये कर लेते हैं अपडेट, फिर ब्रेक लेते हैं. ठीक है ना? 2 मिनट ये क्लोज करते हैं इसको. यहाँ आ जाओ. टेक्निकल कॉल्स. टेक्निकल 2.4 पे सब लोग. एवरीबडी ऑन 2.4. वर्किंग ऑफ एनी सॉफ्टवेयर, फ्रंट एंड एंड बैक एंड. These 2 words are used by software people again and again. Let's understand these 2 words in simple language. Front end and back end. It is a part of overall software which actually interacts with user who is using the software. Front end and back end. It is a part of overall software which do not directly interact with user but interact with only front end. ये highlight करना, ये very important point. But interact with MCQ and other things के लिए. Then मालिक, इसके बाद वाला 1 पॉइंट है, ये आपको पढ़ना है तो पढ़ लीजिए, अदरवाइज ये डिलीट हो सकता है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. ये वापस रीड नहीं करना है. सर ये क्या है? मेरे को बताओ. तुम्हें बैलेंस शीट चाहिए तो तुम्हारा रिक्वेस्ट किसको करोगे? तुम्हें बैलेंस शीट चाहिए, पीएनएल चाहिए. यू रिक्वायर पीएनएल एंड बैलेंस शीट. यू विल रिक्वेस्ट टू whom? Front end. Front end will send request to. Back end will process that request and deliver to, and balance sheet will be displayed. That is exactly written. How it is written? Everybody clear? तो मतलब you if you want to read you can read and इसके बाद delete करना. Don't revise again and again. Okay, this is only a basic example. Main point is again why we should have a separate software for front end and back end. Okay, why we should have a separate software for front end and back end. So how many points were there? 5. And मेरे ख्याल से 5 समझ में आ गया. Okay, which column you will not write in examination? Restaurant वाला. Okay, don't write. Huh? Okay, you will write in short. You should write this in head point and masala. Tabular format, but tabular format, but you will not write that middle portion. Middle, make it sure you are not writing this one. Why? Why front and back end का के लिए divide का? मतलब probably, but making a mixture then. But you can do it. Make sure okay this portion is written completely. बस ये चीज what I'm telling. Yeah, I require this answer. बस that's it. But this answer is required along with that head points. Okay, so first head point is domain. FE software is meant for handling requests from user. B software is meant for storing and So which keyword you will highlight or remember here? Okay, handling request and storing and processing data. Make sure you, rather than revising again and again, make sure you are focusing on hitting on keywords only. Clear? Second point. Okay, so FE and BE matlab backend, short form. FE software interacts with user which may have a different colors, format, bold, italic letters. Is that point clear? B is not meant for so. User experience. Okay, pehla line very important. First line is very important. FE software should guide user to desired report or feature. Did you understood this? Okay, कैसे लेके जाएगा आगे आगे जाना है. FE software handles which data? Process. And B software handles raw data. Processed and raw. Using single software, okay, for both front and back end would unnecessarily increase the load and slow down the speed. Load लाना, load आता है. बस इसमें ये आता है, load आ जाता है, load आ जाता है. मेनली लोड मैंने हाईलाइट किया पर लोड आएगा, लोड. एवरी क्लियर? तो इसीलिए सेपरेट सॉफ्टवेयर के वजह से क्या इंक्रीज होगा? स्पीड. एंड लास्ट कॉन्सेप्ट विल बी, okay, front end software speaks the language which is understood by user, and back end use which language? Technical language. Technical language matlab C++, Java, COBOL, something like that. Okay, but front end will be a very basic part. Everybody clear, Malik? Any doubt till here? So we have completed the 4 concepts of the first part. Okay, after break we'll start the 5th part. Okay, Malik. Okay, Malik. So basically, with respect to what we have started earlier, okay, the concept of accounting. In concept of accounting, we have total 5 things to be done, out of which first 4 we have completed. And then bring to the last portion of that concept of accounting, that is called application software. Please understand, okay, when I say application software, we have already discussed application software and operating system. Here some portion will be there which we will discuss in chapter 4th, right? Matlab 4th A. Okay, so some portion will be discussing in 4th A. So right now I am not spending time on that concept. The concept only which theory question is there in this point, in this chapter, we'll be discussing that only. Okay. So to be very precise, sir, we have already understood, okay, application software can be divided into 2 parts. What are the 2 parts? Front end and back end. Now what exactly we need to study the next? What exactly we need to study the next? And that is exactly what our concept focus is. Please listen carefully when I'm discussing about the next portion. The next portion goes like this. Application software को use कैसे करते हैं? Please don't mix up with earlier question, the before break question. Make it sure. What are the ways of using application software? That is now the concept. What are the ways of using application software? That is a concept. Okay, ways of using application software. Ways of using application software, Malik. Ways of using application software. Now, whether it is a front end, back end, don't discuss that. Don't mix up. Okay, that I'll mix up at later stage. Right now, if you mix up, okay, it's all concept one. There are 2 ways of using application software. There are how many ways, Malik? 2 ways. There are 2 ways of using application software. What are the 2 ways? One is installed app. Okay, and one will be cloud-based app. One will be cloud-based app. One is which app, beta? Installed, and one is cloud-based. What are the ways of using application software? What are the ways of using application software? 2 ways. One is installed app and one is cloud-based app. Once again, installed app and cloud-based app. Installed app and cloud-based app. Everybody with me? Installed app and cloud-based app. Installed application and cloud-based application. Okay. What is the difference between installed application and cloud-based application? Please listen carefully. Installed application will be installing on the user computer. On which computer, beta? User computer. We will be installing the software on user computer. On this computer will be installing the software. Yani if I am taking a software, I'll be installing on that computer only where user sits and use the computer. User sitting and using the computer is called installed app. It's called installed. It is located or installed on local disk of user computer. Example, please understand this logic. Okay, this computer is there, this computer is there, no connected with internet or something. This is isolated computer. Okay, he is installing the software. Sai is installing the software. This is called installed app. Installing on the computer. Okay, so to be very precise, let's go ahead with an example. Suppose I am having 3 computers. What is C1, C2, C3? Client 1, client 2, client 3. There is no server. In this environment. Okay, in this environment. Okay, if it is an installed application, if this is a which application, beta? Installed. I'll be installing this on 3 computers. How many computers I'll be installing? 3 computers. Once again, I'm coming back. Okay, installed computers. Once again, I'm focusing on installed computers. Okay, so installed computers. I'll be installing on user computer. Okay, please go aram se understand each and every element. Okay, don't mix front end and back end. I'm making very clearly. Don't mix front end and back end. We have discussed already how software are divided, how application software are divided. Now I'm telling how application software are used. Using application software, focus on 2 things. One is installed and one is cloud. Installed. Take it as we are understanding. Installed. It is installed on user computer. User computer, local computer. It is installed on local computer. Local computer of the user. उसके ऊपर install किया जाता है. That is called installed application. C1, C2, C3. Okay, if there is a installed application, 3 employees are there. My 3 employees are there. C1, C2, C3. Okay, 3 employees are there. How many computers this software will be installed? 3. This is called installed application. 3 computers I'll be installing. Yani, I'll be installing this software. I'll be installing this software here. I'll be installing this software here. I'll be installing this software here. Okay, 3 times I'll be installing. Okay, local machine, local computer, local machine, local computer. Okay, no. This software does not reside anywhere. The software does not reside anywhere. The software and data, everything reside on user computer. The software and data, everything resides on user computer. You're getting the concept. It resides only on user computer. The second concept is cloud-based application. Which application? Cloud-based. ये installed क्या है समझ में आया? Installed मतलब individual user पे installed किया. बाकी उसका connectivity किधर और से नहीं है. It does not have any connectivity with anything else. This is called which application? Installed. Cloud application is basically where the technology or terminology goes like this. There is one dabba, which dabba is known as server. Okay, and we will install this software on server, and C1, C2, C3, these are client, and if anybody want to use the software, they will go on server and they will use the software. This is called cloud-based software. Which software? Cloud-based. Yani software is installed on one centralized computer which can be accessed by anyone, anywhere. Which can be accessed by anyone, anywhere. Okay, that is called a cloud. Cloud, yaad rakhna, cloud matlab don't interpretation that cloud. This cloud is deemed to, ye cloud word kisko represent kar raha hai? Cloud server, because it can be accessed from anywhere, anytime. That is called cloud-based app. Atma, everybody clear? My souls, everybody clear? So what is the difference between installed? Installed means I am installing only on one computer, and that only one computer. This computer is not connected with anything else. The user computer, it is not connected with anything else. Okay, in cloud, where I am installing a software? Server, and everybody is using that server to use that software. This is called which application? Cloud-based application. Okay, मेरे को बताओ where network is required? Install or cloud? Cloud, 100%. Okay, यानी if internet goes down, okay, which application is down? Cloud. But internet goes down, okay, it does not have impact on this application. Which? वापस बोल रहा हूँ. Please understand. This is ways of using software. This is application software. This is one of the applications. Example, Tally. Okay, how I can use Tally? One concept. I can install Tally on my computer. Everybody clear? One concept is Tally is uploaded on server, and my employee are going on server to use the Tally. I do think you got the concept, Malik. Okay, please, did you understood this logic? Okay, any local computer, I am using the software, that is called installed. And if anything is uploaded on server, then it is called cloud. Everybody clear? Pakka? Okay, so help me out, give me a good answer. Okay, where I can access anywhere, anytime. Cloud, but install I cannot access anywhere, anytime. Possible, I need to go to the computer. Like suppose this computer is here, okay, and I put that some software in this. I installed some software in this, and I'm in Mumbai. Can I access this one? No, but if I have stored on one server, can I access from Mumbai? Can I access from Pune? Can I access from Hyderabad? Which cloud-based. But in installed, this cannot be done. Atma clear hai? Give me a pakka samjha, madam. Pakka. Okay, second point. Okay, give me an answer. Where mobile app is possible? Installed or cloud? Where mobile app is possible? From where mobile access can be done? Cloud or installed? Installed is only one local disk, local computer pe installed hai software. Cloud mein, okay, install mein this is not possible or it is difficult. Please understand. Where it can be accessed from anywhere, anytime? Cloud or installed? Everybody agree? Now if it says, so if I want a mobile app, it requires installing, accessing from anywhere, anytime. So mobile app is not possible for installed, and mobile app is possible for cloud. Atma clear? So tell me what is the interpretation of this? What is the interpretation of this? Mobile app is not possible. Interpretation. What is mobile app is not possible for cloud? Mobile app is not possible for installed, but is app possible for? What is the interpretation? Yeah, I understood that one. That is basically front end and back end. यानी मेरे को बताओ, if you require a front end back end, you require which? Cloud. In install, there is no concept of front end back end only, na? Why, sir? Because only Bandi. You go on Hathgadi, front end back end, waiter and cook. Same hota hai na, Malik. Okay, so that is the logic. Installed only one localized computer. Atma clear? Everybody clear? So if I am having a 3 user, go with the 3 users only. Install application on 3 users. How many computers I will be installing application? 3. In cloud based, how many computers I will be installing? Only 1. And all 3 can use. 10 people I will be installing installed application. I will be installing on 10 computers. In server, I will be installing on 100 users. Install I will be installing on 100. But on cloud, Panatma clear? थोड़ा समझ में झेपा मालिक? Everybody? Okay, so give me answer. मेरे ख्याल से मोबाइल ऐप क्लियर? मोबाइल ऐप किसमें पॉसिबल? क्लाउड. ओके, इंस्टॉल में मोबाइल ऐप की जरूरत ही नहीं है ना. You don't require mobile app. Why require front end back end? It is only one software on computer only na. See, look at the screen. Okay, where you require front end and back end software? Cloud में. Okay, so front end required. So mobile पे you can access through mobile only when there is a front end na. Atma clear? So in install, do you require front end back end? Why? अरे फ्रंट एंड बैक एंड ही नहीं होगा, एक ही कंप्यूटर पे इंस्टॉल होगा. ओके, दिस इज व्हाट यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड. मेरे ख्याल से झेपा मालिक? एवरीबॉडी अंडरस्टूड? ओके, थिंक लॉजिकली वेयर अपडेट्स आर डिफिकल्ट एंड वेयर अपडेट्स आर इजी. इंस्टॉल्ड में डिफिकल्ट. व्हाई? बिकॉज हाउ मेनी टाइम्स वी नीड टू अपडेट? 300. ओके, हियर हाउ मेनी टाइम्स वी नीड टू अपडेट? One time. Are you getting a point? Where installation is easy? Cloud. Where installation is difficult? Why? 300-500. जितने users उतना ज़्यादा installation time. Here installation time is reduced. Clear, madam? पक्का? Madam? पक्का ना? जेब रहा ना? Okay, ठीक है. जेब रहा ना मालिक? ठीक है. Okay, where can be accessed from anywhere, anytime? Where cannot be accessed anytime, anywhere? Installed. Where mobile app is possible? Where mobile app is not possible? Everybody clear? ठीक है. Now please understand 2-3 things more. Okay. Where security is user control position, where I can control the security. Installed. Where I cannot control the security. Because the cloud security will be with some other. Because cloud is taken care by somebody. Okay, the example, Instagram, tell me, Instagram is cloud or installed? Cloud. Okay, now I cannot control my data because data is stored where? On server. So some service provider will be there. Some service provider will be there. Atma clear hai? So security is with whom? Service provider. Here security is with user. Where user can control the things. Installed. Where user cannot control the things. Cloud. Okay, is everybody clear? What was this? Speed. Okay, now please understand this action may have 2-3 words again and again. This is speed. This is performance. Speed aaya to performance is good. See logic, put the logic. Okay, if this speed is there, so performance is, and if performance is good, resource utilization is super. That is how the concept works. So one action will represent 2-3 points, but you will, or don't worry, okay, you will automatically rectify everything. So first of all, we have discussed speed before the break. Speed understood? Now I am discussing performance. Okay, whose performance is uninterrupted. Okay, at any point of time. Install or cloud? Installed. Cloud में interruption आएगा. Why? Because it depend on server या internet. How cloud is connected with the user? If internet is down, okay, but in installed, if internet is down, can I use the software? Yes, because the software is installed. Atma clear? Yani in short, give me a OFU only for understanding. This is not answer, but OFU. Where processing and storing happens in installed, where processing and storing happens on cloud or user computer. User computer. In cloud, where it happens? On server. Jepra Malik. Thing samajh mein aa raha hai? That's it. Okay. And most important, okay, so one more concept before starting what questions are there and easy point. Mere ख्याल से but basically you understood everyone. Okay. So in installed and cloud, what is the difference about expenditure? Please understand about this point. Okay, here installed, I will be taking a license. I will be taking a beta license. Okay, so tell me, I am having 10 users. How many licenses are required? 10 licenses are required. Hebra Malik. But tell me here also I need to take a license. But how many licenses are required? Only one. When it is installed on server. ये तो license का concept बताया. But let me give you a correct point. Let me give you this. Understood the logic? Okay, but let me give you a correct point. एकदम सही तरह से. If I'm taking a tally, मैं बोला मेरे को अपने 5 यूजर के कंप्यूटर पे इंस्टॉल करना है. I need to install on 5 यूजर कंप्यूटर. मैं बोला what is the cost? तो आशीष told okay I'll require 10,000 per computer. मैं बोला ठीक है. I'll give him 10,000 per computer and how many cost is done? 50,000. 50,000 paid and that's it. Okay, please understand this one. But if it is cloud, okay, I'll come to Ashish. Ashish, I want 100 users. Ashish bola doesn't matter. Okay, my tally is uploaded on cloud. You download, okay, and you can use it based on subscription basis. Now tell me Amazon Prime. How I watch Amazon Prime? Subscription. Yani tell me, okay, capital expenditure is there, or operating expenditure is there? Operating, because every year we need to renew the subscription. Where capital expenditure is high? Installed. Where capital expenditure is low? Cloud. Okay, where operating expenditure will not be there? Installed. Where operating expenditure will be high? Cloud. You decide which factors need to be done. If you are okay to go ahead with what one? Capital expenditure. Okay, you can go ahead with installed. But if you don't want to incur capital expenditure, you can go with cloud. But in cloud, there are 2 types of expenditure. Make it clear, I explained you both the expenditure. First, in cloud, what? In cloud, once again I am telling you, in cloud, one expenditure is operating, subscription, and one more is capital. But capital is compared to that is lower. How it is capital? License. If I take a license, then I will be capital cost, na? But capital cost will be comparatively lower. So please make it sure. In cloud, do I need to incur capital expenditure also? Yes. But compared to installed, it is lower. It may happen that you may not incur capital expenditure. You may incur operating expenditure. Okay. But that operating expenditure will not be there in installed. This is what in discussion comes in. I do think everybody understood the points. Everybody? Okay. So please understand what is the question. First question in our syllabus. Anyway, I am not dividing in 2 parts. But to the extent only one question. First question, what are the ways of using application software? What are the ways of using? How many ways you will write? How many ways of using application software? 2 ways. What are the 2 ways? Install and cloud. Is it front end, back end? No. Then what is that front end, back end? Okay, that is a parts of application software. Please make it clear. Author note. Author note. Yesterday I told you author note. If I ask you a part of application software, how many parts are there? 2. What are the 2 parts? Front end and back end. If I ask you, what are the ways of using application software? 2. What are the ways? To installed and cloud. Did you understood? Both are different. Huh? Both are having application software word. Both are having which word? Application software. Both are having application software. Like both questions are different. Okay, so once again, what are the ways of using application software? Installed and cloud. What are the parts of application software? Front end, back end. Bharat Mata ki. Everybody clear? Pakka. Okay, अब ये हुआ पहला क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, but ये क्वेश्चन मेरे को वरी नहीं है. You are comfortable with it. The question is, the next point is the difference between what? Difference between installed and cloud. Difference between installed application and cloud application. The answer is damn easy, not to worry. Okay, the easy point here. First point, okay, start with the name itself. What is the question? What is the question? Difference between what? Installed and cloud. Start with first name only, install. The first point is installation and maintenance. Installation and don't look into notes. पहले मेरे साथ खत्म करो. Installation and maintenance. You tell me किसमें installation maintenance is easy and किसमें difficult. Installation maintenance is easy in what? Cloud, because you will be installing on only a server and you are updating on server. Okay, but in installed application, every user computer, every user computer. Therefore, here, okay, बेइज्जती करो, इधर इज्जत दो. बेइज्जती इज्जत. Okay, बेइज्जती इज्जत. Clear ना word? Okay, बोला this is खराब. This is bakwas. Worst. Which? Installed. This is good. Which one is good? Cloud. Okay, second answer. Access anytime, anywhere. Loud. Give him respect. Okay, take away the respect. Where mobile application is possible, cloud. Give the respect. Take the respect. You understood it down? So no respect. Up respect. So first three. Okay, first three. To whom you give the respect? Cloud. Okay, in you took the respect. Installed. In next three, you will give respect to installed, and you take respect from cloud. Everybody clear? Help me out. User control. User control. Installed. Give this that. Installed. Okay, Zidhar Gaya. Did you understood? Okay, data safety. Installed. Reason simple hai, because user will have a control. Yani it is because of this control safety is possible. If my control is there, so I can put the safety na. So here, okay, ye point. Here is this point. And one more point, you understood performance. Help me out. Whose performance can degrade? Whose performance is dependent on internet? Cloud. Okay, is everybody clear? Everybody. So here performance. So ye niche or ye upar. Q. Why? Because the internet is not required for installed. So performance will never impact. But in cloud, can performance get impacted? Because of internet. And last point, don't give any respect, don't take away any respect. It is only a point, and that is called flexibility. What is called? Flexibility. Aram se flexibility. Flexibility. Okay, it'll capital expenditure is more. Here capital expenditure or operating expenditure depending on your requirement. This is what a difference between. What is the difference between cloud? Difference between installed and cloud. Everybody clear? Don't ghai mat kariye. Don't hurry. Wait. First point. Okay, aram se. Please understand. My first question. Help me out. What are the ways of using application software? What are the ways of using application software? Installed and cloud. Everybody agree? Once again. What are the ways of using application software? Installed and cloud. Installed software is located on user computer, and cloud-based app is located on server. Okay, so help me out. Okay, first 3 point is very easy. Okay, what is first 3 point? Okay, logically speaking, first is installation and maintenance. Start with the name. Installation and maintenance. Access. Mobile app. First 3 point 3 point बनाइए. First 3 point क्या है? First point नाम से चालू करिए. Start with the name. Installation and maintenance. Access and mobile app. Everybody clear? Any worry with any conceptual problem with this 3 point? पक्का? तीनों पॉइंट क्लियर है? मैं पढ़ना बाकी है, पढ़ने का आप मत पढ़ना, मैं बोल रहा हूं. तीनों पॉइंट क्लियर? Everybody clear? Okay, next 3 point. Now you will give respect to whom? Installed. So look out the action. One is data safety. And second point is okay, data storage. Second point is data storage. One is data safety and one is data storage. User control on storage. किसमें? Installed. Okay, and safety where? Installed. The user के angle. What they are giving here masala is from user angle. In cloud, okay, the control is with you or service provider. Everybody clear? It is with service provider. Okay, so याद रखना. Okay, data safety and data storage. Action. Data safety and data. दोनों के लिए ये action है, and we'll be using this action tomorrow also. So once again, data safety and data. वापस आते हैं. Data safety and data. आत्मा क्लियर? ये पर ओके, once again पक्का? ओके, once again तोड़ मालिक. ओके, वापस आते हैं. सबसे पहले नाम से स्टार्ट करो. नाम से स्टार्ट विद नेम. इंस्टॉलेशन एंड मेंटेनेंस. एक्सेसिबिलिटी. डेटा सेफ्टी एंड डेटा कंट्रोल. ओके, डेटा स्टोरेज. वो कंट्रोल मसाला है, वो मेरा कंट्रोल बेस में कंट्रोल मसाला है. डेटा सेफ्टी एंड डेटा स्टोरेज. दिस इज ओनली अ पॉइंट. डेटा सेफ्टी एंड डेटा storage. And next point is like this, but speed word नहीं होगा. Performance. Okay, किसका performance dependent on internet? Cloud. किसका performance is not dependent on internet? पक्का clear? And last point is flexibility. Flexibility में no इज्जत no बेइज्जती. Okay, here you require capital expenditure, you require capital or operate. And नहीं है. Or it is a capital or it's your choice. आत्मा clear है? Once again, aram se. I still have not completed. Still I have not completed. I need to more elaborate the concept. First point. Okay, once again, difference between installation and cloud. How many differences are there? 7. First point, start with name. Installation and maintenance. Access. Mobile application. Data safety and data storage. After that, performance. Flexibility. ऐसा क्या? Flexibility. पैसा. Flexibility head point है, मसाला पैसा. Flexibility is head point and masala is paisa. Okay. Help me out. Data safety and data storage. Where is better? Install. Cloud may is not better, na? Why? Your data will be with whom? Service provider. So can service provider do anything with the data? Okay. Agreement. Okay. So just make it sure. I don't know how many are aware, but if AC is installed here, AC लगाया हुआ है, so always AC का maintenance is there. Okay, so we have an agreement with vendor for maintenance of AC, and that agreement is called AMC, Annual Maintenance Contract. Suna hai? Heard that? Annual Maintenance Contract. In the similar way, in cloud-based app, we have an agreement that is called Service Level Agreement, SLA, Service Level Agreement. In Service Level Agreement, everything is written. Okay, how much storage you will take care, how much security you will take care, uptime, downtime. Downtime means server is not available. Uptime server is available. What should be more, uptime or downtime? Uptime. Downtime should be less. That is what exactly they are focusing on. Everybody clear? Huh? अच्छा ये साइड में रखो. अभी आ रहा है बरोबर? ये हवा रहता है बीच में. यही तो फर्क है. अपने को क्या, अपन किधर भी इधर भी रख लेंगे भाई. जेब में बैठू या इसको देखू, पीछे रख लो. ना ऐसा ऐसा पीछे रखना. इधर इधर कुछ हो रहा नहीं चाहिए. इधर कंफर्टेबल कंफर्ट नहीं चाहिए. मोबाइल पर अपने को कुछ नहीं चाहिए. अपना इंटरेक्शन है. अब ये भी लगाया है तो क्या इधर ऐसा अरे कुछ हो रहा है. Will I put ध्यान इधर? ध्यान means I will put my concise इधर और here. खत्म. No disturbance. Okay. Malik, SLA. SLA का full form? Service Level Agreement. We and service provider will have an agreement between each other, and that is called Service Level Agreement. Is that point clear? Service Level Agreement. And the service level agreement will define how much uptime and downtime. Uptime मतलब okay, example बोल रहा हूँ. Right now I am available. I am asking, I am solving the queries. Is uptime. Fever आया. Okay, I took the break. That is downtime. Okay, see, understand. When I sleep at night, that is also downtime. रात को तुम 3 बजे मैसेज कर रहे हो, सर प्लीज एक्सप्लेन फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी. तेरी 3 o'clock you are messaging me. Okay, 3 o'clock downtime na, and then you are saying, sir, you're not responding. Please respond. Okay, please respond. Now that is scheduled downtime. Which downtime? Scheduled. That is called maintenance for my body. Okay, if I don't give that maintenance, then automatically downtime will come. You understand? Every system requires downtime. Now there are 2 types of downtime. One is scheduled downtime and one is actual downtime. So if you give scheduled downtime to your body, which if you remember yesterday I told you, okay, for next जब भी मेरे lectures है, okay, at least 20 days break करके, okay, make it sure you have enough sleep, because that is called which downtime? Scheduled downtime. Definitely, because वो time पे शायद आप और 1 more hour you may have studied, but you are giving a downtime to your system, but that is called scheduled downtime. But because of that scheduled downtime, you will not have a downtime in class. Are you getting the point? So tell me, okay, which downtime is better, scheduled or downtime? This is so whenever I say scheduled downtime, it is called maintenance. It is called. So should you give your body a maintenance? Okay, when you are eating, that time you are not available for lecture. No, sir, we are available. By one hand we eat, one hand we are virus. We do 2 things together. This is corrupt virus. Focus only on one thing when you are doing the things. No, sir, my brain is divided into two parts. One is right brain, one is left brain. Left brain works here, right brain works here. Extraordinary, man. You are not from the earth. You are from some other Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Okay, Mercury, Pluto. Very small Pluto. Okay, that is two brain. Hey, human should use only single brain. Okay, everybody say you should use your optimal brain. Why? I don't want to use. It's my wish. I will use my brain जितना मेरे को required है. Everybody say logic simple है ना. And yeah, मतलब my principle is very clear in life. Okay, what you can do, I can do. What I can do, you cannot do. Okay, by logic है. If sometime example मेरा तो failure, मैंने failure बहुत देखे है. I don't know when you are aware, but I took 5 attempts in IPCC. P2 intermediate. Intermediate took 5 attempts for me. 5 attempt, 5th attempt clear हुआ. Okay, मैं literally बोल रहा हूँ, मेरे को इसके बाद you may be, it may be a shocking, मतलब बहुत बार आपको ऐसा लगता होगा, but today nobody asked me how many attempts. Nobody asked me anything about me. It's only so degree is only a point to join the job or something to start. That's it. After that, it is your only competence which will work. How much you are competent enough, that will work. Okay, then to be more precise, time इतना खराब था. Time it was so worst. I failed in BCom also. Not 13, 14. I am telling 15. BCom degree. BCom economics. I didn't clear in economics. I cleared, when it was my third attempt of intermediate. Okay, my BCom paper. My foundation concept were different. Our concept was different. I'm discussing about 2000, 2001. So I cleared foundation. Once I cleared foundation, okay, so you have 1.5 years to study intermediate. You can give 1.5 because articleship start once foundation is cleared. My time. So after 1.5 years, okay, so you give intermediate, you clear intermediate. After 1.5 years, you can give final, and you are chartered. So after 1.5 years, I didn't clear inter first attempt. Okay, next attempt, I didn't clear. In third attempt, there was a BCom and TY BCom. I don't know what you say. Degree, BCom degree. BCom ही बोलते हैं. Okay, TY BCom. ऐसा वो है. So third attempt and BCom were together. Third attempt and BCom were together. Mine. Okay, sir. So my BCom result came earlier, first, and I failed. Everybody was asking, you failed. No, I was studying for inter. Everybody, I gave the response, na. Okay, then result came for intermediate, and that also failed. अभी ये भी नहीं बोल सकता I was studying for BCom. लाइफ का इतना गंदा वाट लगाया लाइफ में ऐसा है. But that मैं literally बोल रहा हूँ, and I'm not only telling, I'm making my, whenever I communicate anything about my life morals or something to you, okay, I'll be definitely making things same to my Ritika and Aditya. I want the same thing to be done. There is no worry about failure. Failure का worry नहीं करने का. Failure is a part and parcel of life. Okay, what is more important is life. And really बोल रहा हूँ, मतलब मैं तुमको शायद ऐसा लगेगा. I will give you numerous example where I faced multiple times, failed multiple times. This was intermediate. Okay, मेरे को किसी ने बोला ना तू ये हुआ है, मैं बोला I failed. Okay, I can clear in next attempt. Can you fail? No. तू पास होएगा, मैं पास होके दिखाता, तू फेल होके दिखाता. है हिम्मत तेरे अंदर? नहीं है ना मालिक. So that's what attitude, man. This is my attitude. What you can do, I can do. What I can do. And तुमको शायद ये लगेगा, you may be saying like this, you may be thinking that सर ये आप इतना बन गए, आप इतने ये हो गया. It is not so. Okay, मैं पहले भी ऐसा ही था. You can ask my mom and dad, everyone. You can ask my wife mainly. Because that was a condition for first condition. जब मैं कोई मतलब लड़की को देखी, मैं पहला बोला, मैं पागल आदमी है. I'm mad. I want to only live my life. I don't want to create a complication in life. I'm very clear. तो तुम ऐसा बोलोगे, तुम ऐसा करते हैं, तुम ऐसा करते हैं, कभी नहीं. I can just give you two gist. One, okay, when I after clearing, when CA examination, I told you I joined PwC. Okay, but in PwC and my examination clearance, how many interview journey was there? Are you aware? 50 plus. 50 plus interview I gave. 50 plus interview. And I can bear one of the company was Actis, ACTIS, Actis company, where the interview was done by finance head. He called me, he interviewed, and after that, तेरे को CA किसने बनाया? Who made you CA, man? You will never be successful in life. You will never be. This doesn't seem. Okay, imagine आपको ऐसा कोई बोल रहा है. Okay, मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ, there was not a single percent मेरे इसमें फर्क पड़ा, घंटा फर्क पड़ा. I was very happy. मतलब मेरे को कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ा. I went outside. It's okay. You think I will not be successful? It's okay. My dad is there. He will take care. अपने को क्या करने का? Okay. अपनी अपन गलती किसकी? We are मतलब who bring this in this world to us? Let them take care. Why? It's not my problem. You brought. You take care. अरे अपना प्रिंसिपल एकदम क्लियर है भाई. ज्यादा हेडेक ही नहीं करने का. मतलब this is something which I'm telling you, this is what my and ये मैं खाली बोलने के लिए बता रहा हूँ. This is what exactly happened. I can tell you when I joined JK Shah का first batch when I started with because my career did not started with EIS or ISKA. My career started with audit and law. Right, in JK Shah one Borivali branch, okay, 200 because that is branch wise, that is not Amit Tatir wise, that is class wise, academy wise. So when the admission was 200 admissions were there, I started with one concept. And one law ka Salomon versus Salomon, and once concert was done, okay, after मतलब one day everybody attended, okay, and second day beach में मतलब in break, okay, almost 100 plus were moving out, and ask why, because see, understand, example, if some ex professor is teaching here and I replace him, you took the admission in academy, example top you may let it understand, example somebody else started with EIS. You are already aware Amit Tatir is told. But now somebody else started. XYZ started. Now you will क्या होगा? तुम क्या बोलोगे? नहीं हमको तो किससे पढ़ने का? Amit Tatir. Same logic happens with me with loyalty factor of old senior person. Everybody ने मैं बोला क्या हुआ? What happened? So everybody told we don't want to study. मैं बोला okay. मैं कुछ नहीं किया. I called JK sir. जो JK sir बोल रहे leave the class and you out. Okay, फिर दूसरे batches, दूसरे location के batches will cover. Okay, not in single 1% it hurted me. मेरे को कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ा. And this is exactly what I am telling you. This is what principle of life is. Because what other things their problem. What I think is my problem. Bas. And I can tell you how the life turns around. Almost which is batches rejected. Okay, in 2010 and 11. CA final 2014 and 15 for ISKA, they were with me. Imagine, this is what a brand automatically created. Okay, सारे के सारे everybody told कि भाई यार सर आपको याद है क्या हमने वो बैच में लेटर लिखा था. Every batch, Mumbai was मतलब across India also, मतलब Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, Indore. Okay, I was having a monopoly market when 2013, 14, 15 for ISKA. एकदम super point. Okay, so and ये point पे and I am very clear person. मतलब there is no ego concept in our life because at the end of the day, one fine day खत्म है तो मैं करके भी क्या करूँ. तो अपनी लाइफ एकदम सिंपल है. सेम लॉजिक आई टेल यू. कोई टेंशन लेने का नहीं. फेलियर है या कुछ भी है, पर what should not regret you is you have not did the hard work. Example, you are having a time, you did not did that hard work, you compromise and you failed. Now it is a worrisome for you. This is what exactly I believe. Worrisome for me is only when I don't do the hard work and I tell कि भाई मेरे को तो पैसा मिलना चाहिए, मेरे को आराम से होना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं होता है. ऐसा लाइफ का प्रिंसिपल नहीं है. लाइफ डज नॉट गिव ए ओके लाइक दिस. लाइफ रिक्वायर दैट हार्ड वर्क, पेशेंस एंड एवरीथिंग. एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू, मतलब फेलियर के तो बहुत सारे एग्जांपल आई कैन गिव यू. मतलब इवन व्हेन आई एंड इफ यू आर आस्किंग मी फेलियर इन सीएस, आई एम ए रैंक होल्डर. सीएस में सीए फाउंडेशन आई वाज रैंक होल्डर. मतलब उसके बाद फाउंडेशन रैंक होल्डर के बाद इंटरमीडिएट 5 अटेम्प्ट. सीएस इंटर रैंक आया ना, आई एम टेलिंग यू, आई वाज नॉट अवेयर ओनली मेरे को रैंक आया क्योंकि मैंने चेक ही नहीं किया बिकॉज़ अपनी औकात ही नहीं है. I have never checked that rank. Okay, cleared in June. मतलब result was declared in February 2006 for Inter. In June, okay, I received a certificate at home, that rank certificate. मैं बोला माँ कसम, I was rank holder बे. Okay यार ऐसा है. Then in final when result was declared, I checked for rank क्योंकि मैं बोला हो सकता है आ जाए. And then rank came. This is something all permutation combination of life. Oh, everything, every element. But one principle is very important. Okay, that is okay. I ensured भाई कि भाई यार life I live optimally and मतलब even ठीक है after a disease or something that is more emphasized, but this is something which I always मतलब I don't worry about others. That's it. This is my first principle of my life. I take care. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है जो मुझसे आता है. Always I focus on one matrix which is called 5x5 matrix. This is my third principle of life. 5x5. Anything which matter after 5 years. Okay, I'll be spending my life 5 minutes on that. if that particular matter, okay, will not affect me after 5 years, I don't spend my life's 5 minutes on that. मैं तुम्हारे साथ डिस्कशन करता हूँ because it will have impact after 5 years on me. एक बेस्ट एग्जांपल बोल रहा हूँ, ओके, while going driving, okay, कुछ रोड रैश होता है, I give a damn shit, tata bye bye, you are superior, you go ahead. Because by showing him or proving him that my car is very super, after 5 years, what is matter for me? After 5 year matter क्या है? कुछ भी नहीं है. तो भाई तू superior, okay, anybody said I am told, मैं बोलता यार you are best, not told, you are superb. Because मेरे को क्या करना है? I am not here to prove to you. I am here to prove to myself. That's it. I am superior, and that's I know that. ठीक है, मैं बोलता हूँ मैं कभी नहीं करता. That is 5x5 matrix. And to इसका just I can just give a small example. मतलब in 2018, my cousin's marriage was there. So my wife and family members were on shopping, and I was also मतलब उनके साथ मैं shopping के लिए गया था, मतलब टाइम पास करने के लिए, like a driver. Okay, and we went to घाटकोपर mall, मुंबई का एक लोकेशन घाटकोपर mall. Okay, and they started with shopping. तो मतलब लेडीज की शॉपिंग, माई शॉपिंग इज वेरी डिफरेंट. माई शॉपिंग मतलब इट इज नॉट अबाउट पसंद आया नहीं आया, पसंद ये आया सब ले लो, वेदर इट इज मैचिंग और नॉट, विल सी एट होम. माई शॉपिंग इज लाइक दिस. आई डोंट स्पेंड मोर टाइम ऑन शॉपिंग, आई स्पेंड मोर टाइम ऑन टेकिंग बैचेस. आई डोंट स्पेंड मोर टाइम ऑन ओके निगोशिएशन. अगर इसने बोला भाई 10 लाख, तो मैं बोला भाई ले खत्म कर, स्टोरी खत्म. इसके साथ निगोशिएशन करने से अच्छा एक बैच करता, एक बैच वो रेवेन्यू उससे ज्यादा देगा. So if my philosophy, every person does have a different philosophy. Okay, but this is what my philosophy is. My philosophy is focusing on revenue rather than focusing on cost. Let increase the revenue यार, increase करो revenue, increase करके वो cost matter ही नहीं करना चाहिए तुम्हें. Okay, तो ऐसा सीन आ गया, वो टाइम पास कर रहे हैं, everybody was doing time, वो family, wife सब उनको टाइम लगता है, अरे ये मैच हो रहा है क्या, ये घर पे मैच हो रहा है क्या. एग्जाम्पल, मेरे डॉटर को लेगिंग्स लेनी थी. ओके, मनाली उस टाइम पे आई, मनाली अटकी हुई थी कुछ. ओके, तो डॉटर के लेगिंग लेंगे, मनाली ने बोला भाई ये कलर की लेगिंग लेके आना. ओके, ब्लू कलर का बोला. अभी ब्लू कलर गया तो मेरे को 7 कलर दिखे ब्लू के. हाँ, मैं बोला कौन सा मैच होएगा कौन सा नहीं, मैं सातों के सातों ले लिया, खत्म. डोंट वेस्ट टाइम. अब मैं फोन करूंगा कौन सा कलर, फिर वो कलर वो बराबर नहीं दिख रहा, ये नहीं, वो बोर होता. ऑल 7 लेगिंग्स, खत्म, स्टोरी ओवर. तो when I was in mall ना, ये लोग टाइम पास कर रहे थे, they were shopping and other things. Okay, I moved out. मैं बोला थोड़ा सा कुछ शॉपिंग करो. I came outside and I saw a watch shop. I usually do my shopping with Ramesh Watch Company. Ramesh Watch Company is you go there, you ask Amit Tatede, he will tell. From last 4 years I am not in Hyderabad, but all watches, all exclusive watches he is delivering to me. Ramesh Watch Company. Every person in the store will recognize. Amit Tatede, you just tell the owner will recognize, because I always custom my watches are always I have a good collection. मतलब अपने लाइफ में watches, shoes, this is all मेरा लाइफ. materialistic आप बोलोगे सर, it is materialistic thing. Okay, you have a watch of 5. Okay, I'm having watch of 500. Time is same. ऐसा होता है ना डायलॉग, मालूम है ना, on Instagram. Okay, if it is a 5 lakh watch or 500 watch or 5,000 watch, it gives the same time. Okay, but it shows my time. Okay, that is what is difference of my life. Okay, it shows my time. That's it, man. Okay, matter same घड़ी टाइम सेम दिखाएगा, but ठीक है भाई, ये तो ऐसा किया तो कभी कुछ लाइफ में करेगा ही नहीं तू. You will not do anything in your life. Okay, तो ठीक है, keeping it simple. Okay, I also keep simple. तो I entered in that shop in Mumbai Ghatkopar. Okay, and जैसे ही मैंने enter किया, okay, there was a person, I liked one Tissot का and Rado का watch. तो one Rado का, मैं पूछूँ तो Rado का कितना है, तो उसने बोला 1.5 का कुछ है. तो I asked him what is the discount. So he told some 10%, 20%, मेरे को याद नहीं, पर इतना बोला. And then immediately I asked, okay, ये Tissot watch how much? So he told मतलब this was like a showroom. उसमें 3-4% already purchase का shopping कर रहा है. And he told, खरीदना नहीं है तो टाइम पास क्यों कर रहे हो? If you don't want to purchase, why are you doing time pass in this particular work? ऐसा बोला. And I'm telling you, मेरे जेब में जो गाड़ी थी मेरी, that is Jaguar XJL. Jaguar XJL is 1.5 CR. वो गाड़ी की चाबी निकालू ना, उसका घर भी नहीं होगा. I can bet. Okay, I was having a car which was costing 1.5 CR at DIM. My collection of cars, my collection of watches, collection of this, you will focus on. My car, total 9 cars are there right now. That's all. Every year I purchase the car. For anything, मतलब अगर मेरे को जो पसंद आई तो मेरे कलेक्शन मेरे लाइफ का प्रिंसिपल है वो. आई ओनली लाइक दिस थिंग्स. बस मटेरियलिस्टिक थिंग बोलो और नहीं बोलो डजंट मैटर. मेरे को ऐसा लगता है भाई अमित दादा जी लिया. तो मैंने क्या किया इन दैट शोरूम, मैंने क्या किया? इफ आई वुड हैव काउंटर हिम, मैं बोला तेरी औकात है क्या, घड़ी बेच. व्हाट वुड हैव डन इन दैट सिनेरियो? Okay, I'm having a 1.5 CR car. Okay, and it is was watch only of 1 lakh. Okay, what would have, and he told टाइम पास नहीं करना इन सबके सामने, 4-5 जन के सामने. ईगो हट होता भाई, क्या टाइम पास नहीं करना है मत खरीदो, टाइम पास क्यों कर रहे हो? दिस वाज टोल्ड. व्हाट शुड हैव डन? बाय द वॉचेस, बाय बोथ द वॉचेस. और उसको उसकी औकात दिखाऊंगा. तेरी औकात है क्या? जैगुआर है मेरे पास. तेरा औकात ये वो ये यही situations you can analyze. Okay, what I did, I came outside the shop, I called Ramesh watch. Okay, Ramesh को बोला I like this one. Okay, so order for me and deliver to Mumbai. That's it. End of story. खत्म. 5/5 मैट्रिक्स मेरे लाइफ का ये है. Okay, उसको मैं प्रूव करके क्यों प्रूव करूं? Who is he? Will he matter after 5 years to me? Then shit man. जो चीज 5 साल बाद, the things which does not matter after 5 years, why you're, so if you are during for you, if somebody is saying it's not your caliber, you are getting failed or everything, after 5 years this will not matter at all. Ignore this thing. Once you become a CA, everybody will be behind you. This thing you need to analyze. Make your life simple. Okay, that is very simple task. The things which will not matter after 5 years, don't invest your 5 minutes of your life currently. उसको गाली मत दो, उसको बोलो मत. कोई क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Prove with your actions. और प्रूव करने के बाद भी ईगो मत लाओ. Okay, after proving also don't tell देख आए. Doesn't matter. Automatically वो देख लेगा, because it may happen our time may go other way around also. We don't know anything about time. So be simple, be safe with the life and enjoy. That's it. So 5/5 matrix. This is basically a possibility. Okay, so anyway, I came here. Sometime I go here and there with the content. But coming back to the topic, downtime. This was basically downtime. So if there are two things, one is maintenance and one is downtime. If you remember, if you don't give a body a maintenance, it will automatically go into downtime. So to avoid downtime, scheduled maintenance is required. Everybody clear? Who will take care of this? Service provider for cloud. Service provider for cloud, because who will be taking care? Who on whose server the data is there? Service provider. That's it. This is exactly what happens with our मेरे ख्याल से anyway. But I do think during this maintenance and downtime I explained certain point. मेरे ख्याल से आपको समझा होगा. This is how. And please mark it. ठीक है, jokingly मैं बोल रहा हूँ, वो jokingly होगा. If I sometimes say jokingly, that will be jokingly. When you are already aware how the joking. But if I sometimes say 101%, if I follow that principle, then I'll be communicating. I don't, it is like what I teach, what I preach. Simple. I follow and I tell you. And this is, I think भाई इसने मेरे को बहुत सारी लाइफ में आसान कर दिया लाइफ. Okay, sir. But many things have which are complicated have become very easy because you overcome all this process as such. Okay. So this maintenance is dependent on what? This maintenance or downtime is dependent on SLA. What is the meaning of SLA? Service provider agreement, service level agreement. Okay. My question: in cloud-based application, do we require SLA? In cloud-based application, do we require SLA? In install, do we require SLA? Pakka. So SLA का एक जिक्र होगा. Okay, the SLA agreement will be there, and we need to discuss it out with this point. But I do think SLA is very clear now. Okay, SLA is mainly for downtime and uptime. Okay, coming back to the point. Okay, once again we require 7 points. Okay, 2 minutes more required, but we require this 7 points. Okay, 7 points. Explain me. First question: what are the ways of using application software? 2, installed and cloud. Everybody clear? Okay, what are the difference between installed and cloud-based app? Installed and cloud-based में क्या difference है? Start with a name. Start with a name. Installation and access, mobile, data storage and data safety. Okay, performance, flexibility, capital and operating. Everybody clear, Malik? Okay, please listen my question carefully and then answer. Why installed application is preferred over cloud-based application? Okay, did you understood? And there is no separate question. Out of this, you need to pick out what is the best one. So explain me why install is preferred over cloud. Fourth, fifth, sixth. Fourth, fifth, sixth. Everybody clear? Why cloud is preferred over installed? First, second, third. You will be writing answer like this only, in difference between format only. But how many points you need to write, that need to be clear. Okay, yani this question can come in three format. What are the three format? First format, difference between. Second, why installed over cloud? And third, why cloud over installed? Everybody clear? Then don't tell me that Tate bataya nahi tha. I explained you, huh? I have explained you. Okay, the question may not come difference between. The question can come why? Why you are preferring this over this? Okay, so the answer is very clear. Close kare? Okay, and we have ended. So एक बार वापस पूरा revise कर लो. Okay, and उसके बाद फिर content, we'll read the content and then go ahead on second point. First point, chapter 2. How many points are there in chapter 2? 5. Sorry, 4. Chapter 2, 4 points. What are the 4 points? Concept of accounting, integration and non-integration, ERP modules, main modules and integration. And last concept is business reporting. Business reporting. First point, concept of accounting. How many questions are there? 5. Types of data, ledger, voucher, ledger, front end, back end, and application software. First point, how many types of data are there? 2. Master and non-master. Master mein how many master are there? 4. Accounting, inventory, payroll, strategy. Okay, after this, your next concept comes is voucher. How many voucher types are there? Voucher types. 862. What is 862? 8. Purchase, sales, receipts, payment, journal, contra, debit note and credit note. Inventory 6 point. Purchase order, sales order, stock journal, cement, physical stock, delivery note, receipt note. Very clear? And in payroll mein 2. Payroll. Paka clear? After that is voucher number. Okay, it's 5 points. What are the peculiarities of voucher number? First, it should be unique. Voucher type के लिए should be separate numbering series. हर voucher के आगे पीछे prefix and suffix. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Serially, date wise. Everybody clear? And make it sure you don't look into, when we are revising, don't look into text because that is what you need to capable of. And नहीं भी आया तो I am saying ना. तो मेरे बात तो आना ही चाहिए. You will be remembering after I speak. So वो automatically and after 2-3 times you will be developing that capability. Don't worry. Okay, next third point के बाद fourth point, front end and back end, which interacts with user. Front end, which does not interact with user. Back end, which interacts with front end. Back end, okay, who processes the data. Back end, who stores the data. Back end, and who ultimately deliver the report to user. Front end, everybody clear? Okay, why we require a separate software for front end and back end? 5 points. Presentation, user experience, speed, and last point, language. Once again, 5 points. Domain, presentation, user experience, speed, and language. Very clear? Ways of using application software. How many ways are there? 2. What are the 2 ways? Installed and cloud. Okay, please give me a difference between installed and cloud based. पहला point, नाम से चालू करो. Installation and maintenance, access, mobile, data safety and data storage, and last point, performance. And everybody clear? Okay, help me out. Why cloud-based app is preferred over installed? Why cloud-based app is preferred over installed? 1, 2, 3, 7. I told you, दोनों में same है. 7 you will write in both of answer. Yani answer will be 1, 2, 3, 7 or 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that point clear? Everybody, update करो. आ जाओ notes में update करते हैं. Okay, first point, third वाला question. ये I am on the page 2.10. है ना? Third वाला portion. You can delete this portion or you can cover it at later stage. I am not reading this portion. This is mainly covered in chapter 4th. Okay, chapter 4th A, more precisely 4th A. Okay, main आता है installed and cloud based app. Okay, using software. First point, install application and cloud based application. Install application. These programs are installed on hard disk of user computer. Wording, hard disk of user computer. Cloud based application. These days, many organizations do not want to install financial application on their own IT infrastructure. Okay, I don't want to install application on my infrastructure. Many organizations think it is not primary function to operate complex IT functions IT systems and have a dedicated IT team and hardware, which requires hiring highly skilled IT resources and to maintain the hardware and software to run daily operation. The cost may become prohibitive. इसकी वजह से रोक रहा है. Thus, organizations are increasingly hosting their application on internet and outsource the IT function. There are many methods, blah blah blah. Most common is SaaS or EIS. Whatever, if this content is difficult for you right now, don't worry. This will discuss in chapter 4b, probably five lectures onwards from today, 5 to 6 lectures onwards today. This lecture I told you ना थोड़ा सा content 4 पे है, तो अगर ये wordings थोड़े से difficult पड़ रहे हैं, if you are getting this wordings you are थोड़ा सा difficult है, don't worry, but understand the logic. What is the cloud based logic? You install everything on server and user are using the using the data from server. So who manages the server? Service provider. Am I, in short, am I require any technical person to manage that? I outsource that. If it is the installed application, who will be managing that? User, and that is a big challenge. I'm not a core competent in IT, yaar. Okay, help me out. Okay, if user installed application if there is a downtime, who will recover? User only, or I should have a dedicated team. But what if it is a cloud-based model? Who will try to recover? Who are expertise, and we and them are interacting with because of SLA, service level agreement. Atma clear? That is exactly. So if and at all, okay, if you are finding this point, ये paragraph थोड़ा सा wording challenging, don't worry. This wording will be in पूरा fluent हो जाएगा once you enter into chapter 4th B में. Okay, it's probably 5 days onwards today. 4 to 5 lectures from today. Okay, so भारत माता की जय. Everybody clear? ठीक है. Difference between क्या scene है? Installed and cloud. What is the difference between installed and cloud? पहला point particulars. पहला point क्या चालू रहा है? Installation and okay, so 3 columns are there. One column is particular, second column is installed, and third column is cloud. एक एक आराम से अपडेट करते हैं, go through it आराम से. Installation and maintenance. As software is installed on hard disk of the computer used by user, it need to be installed on every computer one by one. This may take lot of time. Also, maintenance and updating software may take lot of time and efforts. You understood the logic behind it. In cloud-based application, installation on user computer is not required. Update and maintenance are defined responsibility of service provider. Did you understood this? Service provider. Who is service provider? So who is taking care of server? Who is taking care of server? It can be anybody. Who is taking care of server? Accessibility. As software is installed on the hard disk of user computer, user need to go to computer only, then only he can access anything. The computer where software is installed to use the software, it cannot be used from any other computer. As software is available through online access, to use the software, a browser and an internet connection is needed. It can be used from any computer in the world. Access to the software becomes very easy. Also, it can be used from 24 by 7. Bharat Mata ki jai. Everybody clear? Okay. I do think at least in this 2 days lecture, you are understanding that it is not a hardcore technical which will not be able to understand. ऐसा नहीं होगा. EIS is something which is a bouncer only. And I can tell you, one of the difficult chapter will be chapter 2. Okay. So starting point, ERP and other things. Okay, but therefore I always, and this is most important question, because if you ask me which is more frequently asked or again and again maximum marks is coming is from chapter 2. Lengthy chapter, chapter 2, I told you also. And if you want to understand the interpretation, you can discuss with your colleagues also. You will understand the interpretation about what this chapter should be and what this your interpretation you will come to know. And you will come to know how the answer easily can be inserted in your system because of that conceptual clarity. But what I want to convince से ज़्यादा, what I want to say is, मेरे ख्याल से at least we are almost completing the first part of chapter 2. I don't think so. It is very hardcore. You can't write. It is a technology coding like. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Okay, easy है. मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. I'm not telling बहुत ही easy है. But I'm not telling it is worst. It is what exactly what CA can understand, and it is what exactly you can reproduce easily. That's for sure. Okay. What you should do is head point. I do think at least in EAP lecture, you understood head point can be revised very easily now. Okay, once tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or fifth lecture, matlab, probably Friday. Friday we will be ending this chapter. Okay, and that time I will record revision along with you. Okay, what you need to do again and again revision. जैसा अभी मैंने किया revision. Okay, after that your head point is done ना. Then where you should emphasize masala, and masala also you should emphasize. You should ensure what should be written keywords. Do you understand? You will not be using this. Oh, using the software is difficult. Mobile application in this case. ऐसा नहीं. इसमें से keyword उठाओ और आंसर लिखने की ट्राई करो. That's it. And this is what you can start from 2 days later on. From Wednesday or Thursday, you can write answer if you want. Okay, you can write this answer and show me. I will tell you what are the things you can modify. Again, I'm telling you, don't worry about the statement. Statement का problem नहीं है. I want keywords to be inserted. That's it. I don't want your own answers. Don't create your own farming. I want the keywords. Exactly. ये बोल रहा ना, user need to go to the computer to access the data. This need to be there because these are something very important elements. So once our batch is over, where hard work should go? Huh? Practice means what? Keywords. Your hard work should go where? अभी suppose घर पे भी अभी जा रहे हो, अब रात को शाम को घर पे जाओगे. Okay, you will study. What study you will do? You are not required to focus on head point ना now. क्या पढ़ना क्या अभी? Keywords. You do that hard work, and once during the class, मतलब जब class चल रही है, till that time you complete this keyword. I bet okay, last में you will be having a very good comfort zone over all the subjects. Because I will bet on this. Okay, by end of the lecture, all head points will rectify. And you understood also how. Head point is not a big deal at all for me. Head point is not a big deal. Okay, the problem is कीवर्ड. तो अपना स्टूडेंट में कीवर्ड कैसे करने का है, अभी क्या करने का है, अभी अपन ने खत्म किया. वन मोर कॉन्सेप्ट आई विल एक्सप्लेन टुडे. ओके, एट होम अगर अभी गए आज घर पे, तो व्हाट यू शुड स्टडी? कीवर्ड. वापस वो पूरा देख लो. वैसे अभी तक स्टार्टिंग का इजी है, मैनेजेबल है. आगे जाएगा जैसे जैसे एक्यूमुलेट डेटा होता है, देन इट बिकम्स लार्ज. योर डेटाबेस विल बिकम लार्ज एंड देन द एक्सेसिंग विल बिकम डिफिकल्ट. तो उसको भी कैसे मैनेज करना है, विल डिस्कस इट आउट. बट मेरे ख्याल से यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग हाउ द थिंग्स नीड टू बी गॉन थ्रू. मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन. Using software through mobile application is difficult. Okay, in this case, आपको खाली लिखना है difficult, not possible नहीं लिखना है. What you will be writing? Difficult. Okay, again I'm telling you, याद रखना है. Why they have written difficult, I don't know, but this is बकवास. मेरे को बताओ, if on this computer, okay, I installed the software, only one computer. If I want a mobile application, even if I use the mobile application, I can, okay, I can only access this computer, ना भाई? Can I access any other points? This is one of the biggest problem. So therefore they are using the word difficult, but my question is difficult से भी ज़्यादा not possible only है ना. मतलब using only mobile application to access only this point is a big challenge. आत्मा clear है मालिक? आत्मा हाँ या ना? और yes or no मालिक? Close करे? Okay, mobile application difficult. याद रखना difficult लिखना, not possible नहीं. Difficult. Again I'm telling you difficult actually not possible है. लेकिन they have given word, they want that word only. Mobile application become very easy as data is available 24/7. As technology evolves, mobile technology is becoming an industry norm. This is what exactly everybody is using. That makes cloud-based application future-oriented. First read done. Data storage. Data is physically stored in the premise of the user. Main point, in the premise of user, on the hard disk of user server computer. User का server ही, हाँ, मतलब user server. Hence, user will have full control over data. If you remember data storage, I told you, masala is about control. From control point of view, they are giving this. Well, head point is about storage, but masala is about control, my control. Data is not stored on user server computer. It is stored on web server. Which server, beta? Web server. Ownership of data is defined in SLA. SLA defines rights, responsibilities, and authority of both service provider and service data storage. कुछ डाउट रहा तो बताते जाइए मेरे को, कुछ आपको लगा एनीथिंग यू डू लेट मी नो. आफ्टर डेटा स्टोरेज नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज डेटा सिक्योरिटी. Data security is again a damn good thing. As data is in physical control of user shall have full physical control over the data and he can ensure that it is not accessed without proper access. Physical control, पूरा ही point इसमें मेन. Physical control of data मेरे पास ही है and I will ensure to whom the access should be given, to whom access should not be given. Because anybody coming in this room, I will ensure, oh रुक जा, because the computer on this, ये data is on this computer only ना. But help me out, if data is stored on cloud, can it be accessed by hacker also? Why? Because it gives me access from anywhere, anytime. But if it is stored in here, help me out, okay, hacker need to come here to access this, na? So I can protect much more easily here, which is not possible in cloud. Did you understood this? Data security is a challenge in case of cloud-based application as data is not full control of user or owner. As time involves, SLA provides for detailed of backup disaster recovery alternative being used by service provider. What is disaster recovery alternative? कल आएगा, कल डिस्कस करेंगे. अभी के लिए pending disaster recovery alternative. But anyway, I do think everybody is aware about backups. Backup तो पता ही है ना? Backup सुना है? We should take a backup. Why? Data loss हो गया, data corrupt हो गया. Example, hacker ने data hack कर लिया. So at least with the backup we can have a data with us. भारत माता की, पक्का clear? And last point है, okay, so last point is easy, performance. Performance किसके ऊपर था? Speed. Accessing data is easy in installed because no internet is required. But in cloud, internet is required. To access it is challenge. A well-written installed application shall always be faster than web application. Faster. What is meaning of web application? ये highlight किया हुआ है, ये देखो. Always be faster than web application. Cloud, web or cloud is same. Web or cloud is same. Atma clear? ठीक है मालिक. Reason being, data is picked from local server without internet. अब don't get confused, server word है. Server because every computer is now server only ना. Here, access is dependent on speed of internet. Slow internet, slow access to information and may slow the operation. So either याद रखना speed of internet word. Done मालिक? Last point, capital ये read मान लो flexibility. Okay, जिसमें comparison नहीं लिखना. This need to be written in anything. Difference between आया तो you need to write this 7 point. Why cloud is preferred over installed? You need to write 7 point. Why installed cloud? 7 point. Read कर लीजिए 7 point को. हाँ ठीक है ना, उन्होंने बॉडी बना दिया, डजंट मैटर. वो तो मतलब ये क्या बोल रहे हैं, दो एक्सपेंडिचर पे यू विल बी प्लेइंग. मैंने आपको कॉन्सेप्ट क्या बताया था, हाउ कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर एंड ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंडिचर कैन बी रिड्यूस्ड. If I go with a capital expenditure, I will not be incurring operating. But if I am giving operating, I will not be incurring capital. But while they are discussing, the success of cloud application is that they allow flexibility against both. और नहीं बोला हुआ है, flexibility with both ना, you decide. The wording is flexibility of both. You decide na which expenditure you need to incur. And that's the reason, please understand, that's the reason why you will be writing this point in any of the answer. Because if you look out, अगर मैं पहला सिर्फ I study this, if I read this, I will come to know it is giving बेइज्जती to installed. But अगर इधर देखे तो again capital expenditure comes into picture. Therefore, this answer should be preferred over both the answers. Atma clear? Okay, so how many questions are there here? 3. What is the equation? Difference between y installed over this, y cloud over this. Okay, do you think your brain will work till this? Put the stick note. Stick note लगाओ और यार ये भाई Gandhiji will not come to make you understand this. Remember this. And don't have a confidence on your brain. I know your brain more than you. Stick notes लगाओ, ऊपर stick note लगाओ. This is author's note concept. First question. Difference between IA and CA. IA means installed and CA cloud. Difference between IA and CA. तो किधर लिख रहा है जहाँ पे? वो पेज पे लगा. That page. You are putting this in on which page? End पे मत लगाओ. कौन से पेज पे लगा रहे हो? So you should put on this page. ये page. Page number 2.10. This is most important. 2.10 पे लगाओ. तो जगह मत लगाओ. 2.10 के ऊपर वाले इसमें. ये क्योंकि anyway ये read नहीं करना रहता अपने को. ये chapter 4 में जाएगा. उधर लगा के रखो. ऊपर लगा ना एकदम, क्योंकि वो read ही नहीं करना है वो paragraph. You are not reading that paragraph. हाँ. Because that paragraph is avoided. Difference between IA and CA. How many points? 1 to 7. Difference between IA and CA. Dash 1 to 7. 1 to 7. Okay, second. Why IA is preferred over CA? Over CA. How many points? 4, 5, 6, 7. Bracket में लिखो 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. And last question. Why CA prefer IA? 1, 2, 3, 7. Clear? I do think clear है मालिक. तो इधर आपने लिख दिया. Done मालिक? Everybody? So we have ended with your first concept of accounting. तो मेरे ख्याल से concept of accounting everybody comfortable? ठीक है. The second part start with integration and non-integration. Today एक 10 minutes concept I'll discuss. Okay, so I'll not be going with any theory as such, but I'll explain every concept of integration and non-integration. So we'll complete that concept of integration, non-integration. Few of the concepts we have discussed yesterday, I'll be elaborating that content. So everybody with me? Okay, where I'll be discussing about integration, non-integration. Okay, you are already aware about the concept. Just make sure you are understanding the links, so that tomorrow morning when I start, I'll be directly with the links. Because tomorrow morning we'll be completing benefits of ERP, we'll be completing risk and control of ERP, and features of ERP. यानी ये second portion will be completed tomorrow. कल सुबह अपन second हो जाता. Second portion is rough patch. What is the rough patch? Rough patch. Third is dry patch. What is the difference between rough patch and dry patch? Dry patch is like this. You need to remember rather than concept of something. That is more not of EIS, more of costing. And the day after tomorrow, I'll be more in costing, because resource utilization, I'll be more in costing, I'll be more in production, I'll be more in pricing, plant maintenance, production activity, inventory management. Okay, day after tomorrow. So that third patch is dry patch. Dry patch मतलब you will get bored, वैसा नहीं है. Dry patch मतलब not related with system, more of costing. Tomorrow is rough patch, means 101%, 101%. One question is there on tomorrow's question. 101%, 101%. Okay, but that is cumbersome. Cumbersome, are you getting the point? Cumbersome मतलब यार सब याद रखना पड़ेगा, सब याद रखना पड़ेगा. तो समझ के याद रहेगा. You understood now how we are going. So you understand this logic. Understand this logic. I am giving an example to understand like this. Okay, assume that this is an organization. You understand this thing? This is an organization and we have three departments. What are the three departments? One is accounts, one is production, and one is HR. Please understand, okay, all three departments are non-integrated. All three departments are, when I say non-integrated, matlab there is nothing common. Yani point to be noted, anything which is updated in accounts will be updated here. Anything updated in production, okay, will be updated here. Anything updated in HR will be updated here. Okay, yani there is a common database or separate database. Okay, so non-integrated system will have a common database or separate database? Separate database. They don't have a common database. They don't have a common database, Malik. They don't have a common database. I do think you are getting the concept. Common database, nahi separate database. Means what, sir? Okay, example. Okay, if accounts wala is posting any entry, it will be updated in center or only on accounts database. If production wala is doing any entry, only. If HR wala is calculating salary, only. Now tell me, if HR is calculating salary, who will be paying the salary? Accounts will be paying salary. How will come to know what is the salary to be paid? Is any centralized control? No. Then he will be going to HR. They might. You will come to know the next year when you start your articleship, you will be in audit. If you are in audit, statutory audit. Okay, you need to have a evidence from client. When you go to the client, sometimes you feel like it's bigari. I feel like bigger. But this is what happens. Accounts head is going to whom? HR. HR is saying, oh, damn, I'm busy. Please come later. It happens. Because HR is also working. What he working, I don't know, but HR is working. HR is working. Then he, again next day, accounts coming to HR. Okay, this 2-3 days happens. Then accounts say to CEO, please look at HR. Then CEO, HR calls, hey HR, give the data. HR, okay. Then you get the data. Yani my first question, okay, you got the data on time or it is getting delayed? First point. HR salary, okay, he entered the HR has entered the salary of 1 lakh rupees. He told Mr. Amit should get 1 lakh salary. Amit should get how much lakh salary? 1 lakh. Now please understand. In this 1 lakh, okay, this was 1 lakh calculated by whom? HR. While now accounts wala will enter his own system, because this calculated by which system? HR ka system. And HR ka system and accounts ka system are same or different? Because that is why non-integrated. Okay, so now here when he is doing, he is having a T. If you remember, T, 1 lakh becomes 10,000 or 10 lakh. Error हो सकता है ना? Can there be a data mismatch? Non-integrated system, big problem. Data mismatch can be there. Communication gap can be there. Information is not available on time. It is getting delayed. Bharat ka mata ki jai. To overcome this problem, we have entered into one system that is called integrated. इसको क्या करने का? Integrate करने का. What we need to do for this? Integrate. पहला question, my first question. Did you understood the problem with non-integrated? There may be more numerous problem, but if it is not discussed by module, I am not discussing because I always restrict myself to module. I have a knowledge total, but that knowledge I can give you at later stage. Okay, we need to restrict ourselves to ICI syllabus. That's it, Manik. Everybody clear? आत्मा हाँ या ना? पक्का? तो मेरा पहला पॉइंट मेरे को बताओ, what is the disadvantage of non-integrated system? डिले हो रहा है, communication gap, okay, data mismatch. झेपा ना मालिक, ठीक है. Even one more example, one more point I am discussing. Okay, accounts, HR, and production. Will they have all three common system or different system? Different. Example, accounts will be entering a data in Tally. Okay, the production may be having ABC software. This is having XYZ software. Software can be different because both are having, all three are having same database or different database. All different software will be there. Atma clear? Perfect. Okay, now please understand, once this is done, now we are shifting ourselves to which system? Integrated. Now what happened in integrated? Please understand, there is a common database. What database? Common database. Yani all three departments, whatever they are doing, okay, whatever they are doing, what are the three departments? Accounts, HR, and production. If accounts or HR is calculating salary, it will not update here. It will not update here. It will update in center. Everything is updated in center. Now tell me, okay, क्या HR वाला update इधर करता है? Now do you think accounts वाला need to go to HR? No. He can access that data from common database. भारत माता की जय. समझ में आया मालिक? He can access data from common database. He can access data from common database. Any doubt till here? पक्का? Okay, so पहला point आपको ये समझ में आना चाहिए, integrated में database कैसा होता? Integrated and non-integrated. Earlier database was common or decentralized or centralized. In which? In integrated, centralized. First thing. Everybody clear? Okay. Now please understand this logic very clearly. When we say integration, what we integrate. First point is very clear that we have a common database. And most important, here we integrate accounts and HR ka process. We integrate accounts and HR ka process. We integrate accounts and HR ka process. Process means, okay, whatever HR में होगा, वो किसको update होगा? Whatever happens in HR, okay, will be updated to accounts. But all things or only relevant things? All things should be updated by HR to accounts or only relevant things. That is what actually integration. Please understand, okay, when we discuss about integrated system, we need to be very clear that we are focusing on integration of software. We are focused on integration of system. What exactly meaning of integration of system? Integration of system means all processes are integrated with each other. Your accounts process is integrated with HR. Your production process is integrated with accounts or HR. Your inventory process is integrated with production. Your purchase process is integrated with production, because once production inventory is gone down, then they will update to whom? Production department will update to whom? Purchase department. Purchase department will order to vendor and so on. Are you getting the point? This is called integration. And because of this integration, we have a common database. We have a common database. Anybody updating in their department will update on in that particular point or a common database. Common database. This is exactly what you should focus on. Okay, so when I say integration, what exactly is integrated? Please understand, we are thinking that integration is of department. Please understand, it is not only of department, it is integration of process. Process. If you remember, I told you what is a process yesterday. What is a process? Sequence of activities, set of activities. Do you remember that one? Okay, can you give me an example of process? Yesterday we discussed. One example, purchase. Can you give me an example of purchase ka process? Purchase ka process starts with purchase requisition, evaluation, quotation, evaluation, purchase order. Do you remember this? This is exactly what they are saying. Now, when you are doing this process should be integrated with some other also. Help me out. Who will be giving a purchase requisition? Production. Now, production will be integrated with purchase on the process term that whenever production sends the purchase requisition, automatically it is received by purchase department, and at the same time it is linked with inventory, so that evaluation of purchase requisition can be done immediately, instantly by software. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है integration. This is exactly what integration happens. This is what exactly integration happens. One more example, OFU, only for understanding. This is not your book point, but this is what I need to explain you. Okay, think about here. Here, let's take an example. Okay, Mr. Pratik, okay, has ordered something in my organization where non-integrated systems are there. This is non-integrated system. Pratik is order. Okay, now here, okay, sales manager is there sitting here. Sales manager is there. He called to that sales manager and he says, please give me an exact status of order. What is my status of order? Now tell me, sales manager को कैसे पता चलेगा? How will he come to know that what is an exact status of order? Non-integrated में mismatch. What he will do here? He will call to production. What is the status of order? Production says, मेरे इधर से निकल गया है. Now it is with inventory. He calls to inventory. Okay, he calls to inventory department. He inventory says, मेरे इधर से निकल गया है. Warehouse. Warehouse को कॉल किया. Warehouse बोलता है मेरे इधर से निकल गया. Shipping. अब shipping को कॉल किया. Okay, बोले we don't know. It is in water. समुंदर. Exact status of inventory can be identified. Difficult. Okay, but think logically. Here, if somebody calls, okay, then ask the exact status of inventory. Can it be possible? How it is possible? Because for production, once the production is done, its status update in center. Okay, then it goes to inventory. Inventory update in center. Everybody is updating in center. So can we get in direct access to exact data? Yani in today's, if you are ordering Domino's pizza, you get the exact status of the pizza. Why? What is the reason? Because of integration. Exact status of pizza क्यों मालूम पड़ रहा है? Because of integration. Okay, you order something on Amazon, you get exact status of order. Why? Because integration. अगर integration नहीं होता तो ऐसा होता था. Are you getting the point? तो मेरे को बताओ, customer will be happy in what? Integration or non-integration? Integration. Everybody with me? पक्का समझ में आ रहा है? Everybody? Okay. Now please understand one छोटा OFU and we can मतलब once we understood this, उसके बाद we can close down. Okay. Please understand this OFU. OFU hai, but this will make you understand very clearly. I just took the basic example. Basic example. Okay, if you focus on the first particular set, okay, there is a customer order. Customer order is received by me. Okay, once I receive the customer order, and I believe I am on make to order basis. On what basis? Make to order. What is make to order? Make to order मतलब जब order आएगा तब मैं बनाऊंगा. I am not having inventory with me. Probably whatever costing arrangement. Make to order समझ में आया? Everybody? Okay, order आया, then I will develop. Logic समझा? Okay, so first is customer order. Go on the left side, एकदम extreme left side, particulars. Customer order is there. After customer order, I purchase department के पास customer order, sales. Customer order कौन receive करता है? Sales वाला बंदा. Sales वाला बंदा किसको बोलेगा? Purchase. Purchase वाला बंदा आएगा quotation. Quotation आने के बाद PO. PO का full form purchase order. Purchase order के बाद delivery होगी. Okay, delivery के बाद production. Production के बाद logistic. And logistic के बाद customer के पास जाएगा. I'm just giving a gist example to understand the logic of integration. Okay, so मेरे ख्याल से did you understood this all steps? Logic समझा? Now, if I go with a non-integrated system, non-integrated, I'm not discussing about manual and automated. I explained you what is a manual and automated, but I'm right now discussing on non-integrated. If I go with non-integrated, just look out the logic. Okay, suppose I receive an order on 10th one. Okay, so who is receiving this order on 10th one? Sales. He will not, example, right now sales department, Sai is a sales department. He is receiving an order of you. And if I don't have an integration, okay, he does not deliver order on real-time basis, nah. End of the day, Sai will, okay, compile all orders, and next day morning, okay, 10 o'clock, Sai will send these orders to which department? Purchase. So how much days is gone? 1 day. 11th, purchase department will understand that order has received. Now tell me, purchase department will directly give the ask for quotation or evaluate if that order is available or not. Okay, yani again 1 day gone. And on 11th, okay, the 12th, okay, he understood that there is no inventory with us. Then he asked for quotation. Think logically, after asking for a quotation, okay, we receive quotation for 2-3 days depending on scenario. But this is time taken by whom? Vendor. I receive the quotation. Okay, so after I receive the quotation, I will generate purchase order. I will generate purchase order. Everybody clear? PO is generated. After PO, okay, I receive the delivery of materials. Which materials? Raw materials. Raw materials is delivered. Okay, so after raw materials is delivered, I will start my production. Okay, so again 2-3 days we have discussed. And production के बाद logistic, and logistic के बाद we deliver to customer. Now listen the example which I have discussed with you yesterday also. It may happen. Okay, production is taking how much day? Production अगर देखा जाए तो production is taking approximately 2 days or 1 day depending on scenario. But when production is producing the goods, the next day when it is ready, logistic is not available. Why? Because non-integrated, but logistic was not. Communication mismatch, communication gap. Why communication gap? Because they were not aware inventory will be ready here, and they took some other task. Possible or not possible? This is what exactly happening. Okay, this is what exactly happening. Even imagine one thing. Imagine one thing. Okay, I ordered the raw material. On 17. Okay, I ordered the raw material. Okay, purchase order दिखते हैं. I ordered the purchase order. I gave the purchase order on 14th or 15th. Okay, and the delivery period is approximately 2 days. Assuming 2 days है. So it took 17 or 18. Either of them, 2 दिन है. What if 17th को my machinery was under maintenance? My machinery was under maintenance. I told you there are two types of maintenance. One is scheduled and one is downtime. I'm not telling downtime, but what if my maintenance there? On example, we started batch on 7th. On 7th, light was going. It was defined. Don't you think it was altogether blunder? We have called the inventory and machines are not available and inventory carrying cost is increasing. Understood? Okay, are you getting the point? What if this all things are integrated? Imagine the visualization now. If these things are integrated, customer order received on the same day, it is informed to purchase. At the same day, it is evaluated, and on the same time, it is releasing the purchase order for quotation for vendor. Are you getting the point? We can save 2 to 3 days. We are saying the resources. Again, I am telling you, I am focusing on resources. Please understand, your target for next 2 days is only on resources. Resources. Atma clear hai? Nahi, ha, na. Everybody clear? You are focusing on resources. You are focusing on resources. Bharat Mata ki samjha? Okay, now, okay, imagine ye diya. Now this time I will not be saving. Which time? Quotation and receiving quotation. But evaluating quotation I can save. Once quotation is done, okay, I will raise a purchase order. Imagine once I raise a purchase order, okay, how many days will be required for delivery, Akasha? 2 days. 2 days, okay, 2 days. I will tell that the same time, production, okay, after 2 days, inventory is coming. Production update, no boss, okay, it's on 17th, it is maintenance. Okay, Akasha, deliver on next day. Immediately is done. It is not done by us. It is automatically system will identify. अब इमेजिन करो कितना कॉस्ट, कितना रिसोर्स को ऑप्टिमली यूज कर पा रहे हो आप. Okay, now assume on 18th we received the inventory. On the day, how much time you will require to production? 2 days. 2 days. On when you receive the inventory, at the same time we'll update the logistic. Okay, by after this day you can take the inventory. तो समझ में आया? Okay, now tell me, when production is done, okay, on the next day, when production is done, can next day goods will be delivered by logistic? Why? Intimated, because of integration, because of Bharat Mata ki Jai. Did you understood this point? Aya na. Yeah, and once integration is done, okay, help me out. Don't you think? Okay, now it can be delivered to customer on time. Help me out. Okay, pakka samjha? Help me out. In which prediction of number of days can be done very easily? Reason simple, you are already aware. Okay, help me out. Why in integration logistic क्यों delay नहीं होगा? It is not informed on the day when finished goods are ready. It is informed when, even it may happen when order is received. Because imagine the plan is done, na? Order received this much time, this much time, this much time, and this much. So in which I can guarantee you on time shipment. Integrated or non-integrated? Integrated. On time shipment I can guarantee you 7 days na? 7 days. Logic 7 days का क्या है वो पॉइंट क्लियर है. इसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है? इंटीग्रेशन नॉन इंटीग्रेटेड में गैप. ओके, वन फाइन डे प्लांट मेंटेनेंस में आ गया. वन फाइन डे लॉजिस्टिक इज नॉट देयर. इट इज पॉसिबल और नॉट पॉसिबल? तो मेरे को बताओ ऑन टाइम शिपमेंट किसमें होता है? इंटीग्रेशन. ओके, वन मोर वर्ड इज लीड टाइम. आई थिंक यू आर हर्ड लीड टाइम कॉस्टिंग में. लीड टाइम मींस व्हाट? प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, आई एम एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Lead time is I am ordering inventory to Akansha and I am receiving the inventory. This is called lead time. Production and other things is not a lead time. Okay, so I am ordering to Akansha and I am receiving inventory from Akansha. Help me out. Lead time. Here, lead time. Okay, in two, both the point. Can I save the lead time? Yes, in first part and second part. Okay, can I save the lead time? Which is, what is the lead time here? Lead time. I mark this lead time. देखो lead time. कस्टमर ऑर्डर आया, परचेज डिपार्टमेंट कोटेशन एंड परचेज ऑर्डर, एंड प्रोबेबली डिलीवरी भी आप इंक्लूड कर सकते हो. बट टू द एक्सटेंट दिस इज व्हाट? लीड टाइम. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड लीड टाइम. इट इज नॉट अ साइकिल टाइम. साइकिल टाइम इज स्टार्ट टू एंड. व्हाट इज स्टार्ट टू एंड? कस्टमर ऑर्डर आया, प्रोडक्शन किया, वापस कस्टमर तक गया. दिस इज कॉल्ड साइकिल टाइम. लीड टाइम इज इन्वेंट्री दिया, इन्वेंट्री आना में तक, प्रोडक्शन नहीं आता लीड टाइम में, साइकिल टाइम में प्रोडक्शन आता, ओके, लीड टाइम में प्रोडक्शन। तो मेरे को बताओ क्या दोनों में टाइम बचेगा? विच टाइम आई कैन सेव? लीड टाइम। कैसे बचाया मैंने आपको बताया, ओके, कैन आई से द साइकिल टाइम ऑल्सो? अरे ऑटोमेटिकली लीड टाइम बच रहा है तो साइकिल टाइम भी, और याद रखना ये दोनों मैंने क्या बोला, बचा रहे, क्या कर रहे? हेल्प मी आउट, ओके, लीड टाइम आई एम इंप्रूविंग और नॉट? ओके, साइकिल टाइम yes or no? Okay, but can I guarantee on time shipment? On time shipment, how I can guarantee on time shipment? Because cycle time and lead time it is already committed. So 3 times आज के लिए याद रखो, बाकी will start tomorrow morning. What are the 3 time? Lead time, cycle time, on time shipment. On time shipment, tell me what is the difference between lead time? Lead time means vendor, supplier only. Cycle time, supplier to customer, and on time shipment is guaranteed time when the goods will be received by customer. Atma clear? Everybody? Okay, please understand, again I am making you clear, this is something with ERP का दूसरा नाम integrated, या integrated का दूसरा नाम ERP. Either I use the word integrated or I use the word ERP, answer remains same, but 3 points, everybody clear? What are the 3 points we discussed? Cycle time, on time shipment, lead time supplier, cycle time supplier plus customer, and on time shipment guaranteed commitment time. कितना टाइम लगेगा start to end? Everybody clear मालिक? Okay, अपन ब्रेक लेते हैं and then we'll start with other lecture. ठीक है मालिक? अभी खाना नाश्ता वाश्ता करके आ जाओ 20 मिनट में.